is 4-leaf clover in all capital letters. Go redeem it under Settings, Gift Code in Uno Mobile and get your rewards now.
Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Instead of just doing this entire broadcast myself, I have to bring in one of my good friends, the other caster that's going to be bringing you all the action today. Welcome in, Katie Bedford.
Discard, you can get a discard all on top of that for the green, which it looked so good for Lily. You can stack that discard, but hey, it's Flota saying the game is discard alls.
Goes for the challenge though, the perfect time for the challenge. Yes, Neo had a green. Yes, they were forced to play it, and because of that, Joey wins. 20 seconds left. Katie, we can see who's in first and second according to points, and we've got another play, and that's gonna give the win to Laura. Laura is your Uno Mobile February Community Cup champion.
Well, I want to thank my longtime Uno friends and the Discord community, moderator and lead everything, Mr. Neil. Love him to death, and I just love everybody in all the communities. We have the Facebook, the Discord, our clubs within the game. It's great. It's really fun, and I'm the champ.
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win.
Welcome to Uno Mobile Wild Talk. Today, I want to bring you a sneak peek of a big update coming up soon at the end of March. As always, we'll be announcing a new gift code during the show, so keep watching so you won't miss your chance to get free prizes. We are so excited to announce the brand new Uno Mobile Fun Pack. Later this month, on the next update, you'll be able to find it right on the main menu. Once in the Fun Pack, the menus have a brand new design. Tell us what you think about them. Here, you can invite friends into your party and stay together as you move between game modes. Want to move from a ×2 multiplier to a ×8 one? No problem, your friends will come with you. The Fun Pack has 2 great ways to play Uno Mobile. The first is Open Draft, a fan favorite mode. This is where you can choose the cards in your starting hand at the beginning of the game, adding another layer of depth to the strategy. The next one is brand new, never been seen before in Uno Mobile. It's side-to-side mode. It's like 2v2 mode in Go Wild, except your teammate is beside you instead of across from you. We expect all kinds of new strategies to come into Uno Mobile from this, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. The way coins are rewarded in the Fun Pack is also a little different. You qualify for higher multipliers by having enough coins, as usual. But the multiplier you choose is now just your maximum multiplier. The actual multiplier applied at the end of the game depends on the new point cap score. The point cap is the difference between the points left in your hand and your opponent's hand at the end of the game. A bigger point cap means a bigger multiplier, so make sure you play those wild cards before the game ends. You don't want to have a high score. In the Fun Pack, you can win up to the number of coins that you started with. The Fun Pack is the same competitive challenge to collect as many coins as you can, but now you can do it with side-to-side mode and the open draft anytime you like. Community Cup tournaments are now being held every month. Each month has its own $5,000 prize pool and in-game prizes waiting for you to win. The top 2 players today, and in each monthly final, will advance to the annual finals in November to compete for even more cash prizes. Players in the US and Canada can get in on this unpredictable fun and play their way to being an esports star. Today is not only the grand finals of the March tournament, it is also St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, especially our Irish viewers. And on that note, I think now it's time to announce a new code. The gift code today is 4-leaf clover in all capital letters. Go redeem it under Settings, Gift Code in Uno Mobile and get your rewards now.
Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Instead of just doing this entire broadcast myself, I have to bring in one of my good friends, the other caster that's going to be bringing you all the action today. Welcome in, Katie Bedford.
Discard, you can get a discard all on top of that for the green, which it looked so good for Lily. You can stack that discard, but hey, it's Flota saying the game is discard alls.
Goes for the challenge, though. The perfect time for the challenge. Yes, Neo had a green. Yes, they were forced to play it. And because of that, Joey wins. 20 seconds left, Katie. We can see who's in first and second according to points. And we've got another play, and that's going to give the win to Laura. Laura is your Uno Mobile February Community Cup champion.
Well, I want to thank my longtime Uno friends and the Discord community, moderator and lead everything, Mr. Neil. Love him to death. And I just love everybody in all the communities. We have the Facebook, the Discord, our clubs within the game. It's great. It's really fun. And I'm the champ.
Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win.
Uno!
Welcome to Uno Mobile Wild Talk. Today, I want to bring you a sneak peek of a big update coming up soon at the end of March. As always, we'll be announcing a new gift code during the show, so keep watching so you won't miss your chance to get free prizes. We are so excited to announce the brand new Uno Mobile Fun Pack. Later this month, on the next update, you'll be able to find it right on the main menu. Once in the Fun Pack, the menus have a brand new design. Tell us what you think about them. Here, you can invite friends into your party and stay together as you move between game modes. Want to move from a ×2 multiplier to a ×8 one? No problem, your friends will come with you. The Fun Pack has 2 great ways to play Uno Mobile. The first is Open Draft, a fan favorite mode. This is where you can choose the cards in your starting hand at the beginning of the game, adding another layer of depth to the strategy. The next one is brand new, never been seen before in Uno Mobile. It's side-to-side mode. It's like 2v2 mode in Go Wild, except your teammate is beside you instead of across from you. We expect all kinds of new strategies to come into Uno Mobile from this, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. The way coins are rewarded in the Fun Pack is also a little different. You qualify for higher multipliers by having enough coins, as usual. But the multiplier you choose is now just your maximum multiplier. The actual multiplier applied at the end of the game depends on the new point gap score. The point cap is the difference between the points left in your hand and your opponent's hand at the end of the game. A bigger point gap means a bigger multiplier. So make sure you play those wild cards before the game ends. You don't want to have a high score. In the Fun Pack, you can win up to the number of coins that you started with. The Fun Pack is the same competitive challenge to collect as many coins as you can, but now you can do it with side-to-side mode and the open draft anytime you like. Community Cup tournaments are now being held every month. Each month has its own $5,000 prize pool and in-game prizes waiting for you to win. The top 2 players today, and in each monthly final, will advance to the annual finals in November to compete for even more cash prizes. Players in the US and Canada can get in on this unpredictable fun and play their way to being an esports star. Today is not only the grand finals of the March tournament, it is also St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, especially our Irish viewers. And on that note, I think now it's time to announce a new code. The gift code today is 4-leaf clover in all capital letters. Go redeem it under Settings, Gift Code in Uno Mobile and get your rewards now.
Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Instead of just doing this entire broadcast myself, I have to bring in one of my good friends, the other caster that's going to be bringing you all the action today. Welcome in, Katie Bedford.
Discard, you can get a discard all on top of that for the green, which it looks so good for Lily. You can stack that discard, but hey, it's Flota saying the game is discard alls.
Goes for the challenge, though. The perfect time for the challenge. Yes, Neo had a green. Yes, they were forced to play it. And because of that, Joey wins. 20 seconds left, Katie. We can see who's in first and second according to points, and we've got another play, and that's going to give the win to Laura. Laura is your Uno Mobile February Community Cup champion.
Well, I want to thank my longtime Uno friends and the Discord community, moderator and lead everything, Mr. Neil. Love him to death, and I just love everybody in all the communities. We have the Facebook, the Discord, our clubs within the game. It's great. It's really fun, and I'm the champ.
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win.
Welcome to Uno Mobile Wild Talk. Today, I want to bring you a sneak peek of a big update coming up soon at the end of March. As always, we'll be announcing a new gift code during the show, so keep watching so you won't miss your chance to get free prizes. We are so excited to announce the brand new Uno Mobile Fun Pack. Later this month, on the next update, you'll be able to find it right on the main menu. Once in the Fun Pack, the menus have a brand new design. Tell us what you think about them. Here, you can invite friends into your party and stay together as you move between game modes. Want to move from a ×2 multiplier to a ×8 one? No problem, your friends will come with you. The Fun Pack has two great ways to play Uno Mobile. The first is Open Draft, a fan favorite mode. This is where you can choose the cards in your starting hand at the beginning of the game, adding another layer of depth to the strategy. The next one is brand new, never been seen before in Uno Mobile. It's side-to-side mode. It's like 2v2 mode in Go Wild, except your teammate is beside you instead of across from you. We expect all kinds of new strategies to come into Uno Mobile from this, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. The way coins are rewarded in the Fun Pack is also a little different. You qualify for higher multipliers by having enough coins, as usual. But the multiplier you choose is now just your maximum multiplier. The actual multiplier applied at the end of the game depends on the new point gap score. The point cap is the difference between the points left in your hand and your opponent's hand at the end of the game. A bigger point gap means a bigger multiplier. So make sure you play those wild cards before the game ends. You don't want to have a high score. In the Fun Pack, you can win up to the number of coins that you started with. The Fun Pack is the same competitive challenge to collect as many coins as you can, but now you can do it with side-to-side mode and the Open Draft anytime you like. Community Cup tournaments are now being held every month. Each month has its own $5,000 prize pool and in-game prizes waiting for you to win. The top 2 players today, and in each monthly final, will advance to the annual finals in November to compete for even more cash prizes. Players in the US and Canada can get in on this unpredictable fun and play their way to being an esports star. Today is not only the grand finals of the March tournament, it is also St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, especially our Irish viewers. And on that note, I think now it's time to announce a new code. The gift code today is 4-leaf clover in all capital letters. Go redeem it under Settings, Gift Code in Uno Mobile and get your rewards now.
Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Instead of just doing this entire broadcast myself, I have to bring in one of my good friends, the other caster that's going to be bringing you all the action today. Welcome in, Katie Bedford.
Discard, you can get a discard all on top of that for the green, which it looks so good for Lily. You can stack that discard, but hey, it's Flota saying the game is discard alls.
Goes for the challenge, though. The perfect time for the challenge. Yes, Neo had a green. Yes, they were forced to play it. And because of that, Joey wins. 20 seconds left, Katie. We can see who's in first and second according to points. And we've got another play, and that's going to give the win to Laura. Laura is your Uno Mobile February Community Cup champion.
Well, I want to thank my longtime Uno friends and the Discord community, moderator and lead everything, Mr. Neil. Love him to death. And I just love everybody in all the communities. We have the Facebook, the Discord, our clubs within the game. It's great. It's really fun. And I'm the champ.
Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Unbelievable. Listen to the celebration. I didn't know what I just did, but I did it.
No way, dude.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome into the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup March monthly finals. Couldn't be more excited to be back with you all again. It's great to see everybody in the chat. My name is Gojj, and Uno Mobile has been a blast the last couple months we've been able to do this. But this is the March monthly finals, and obviously it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm even wearing my good old leprechaun hat just to make sure I fit the theme. Threw some green behind me, but excited to be back. And if you didn't know, of course, you can go download Uno Mobile for free and get involved. Folks, we have a blast on all of these broadcasts, but you can actually play in these tournaments if you go download Uno Mobile right now for free on iOS or Google Play Store. And really exciting, on St. Patrick's Day, you can participate in the in-game Shamrock quest to get the Leprechaun boot medal and more. So go boost your luck and go get involved on Uno Mobile. Now, I'm going to be hanging out with you guys all day today, and excited to see who's going to be walking away with the lion's share of the $5,000 prize pool that we've got. But of course, not only the players get to win today, you all at home get to win today just by watching the broadcast. So we've got a giveaway already, and at this point, I'm sure you know how to go type this in. But if you go down to your settings, go down to the cogwheel, down to gift code, hit that redeem button, and type in live on YT now. Live on YT now is your first giveaway code today. We've got a ton more coming. We've got 400 coins, 5 diamonds, shields, and all kinds of things that you can earn from these giveaways. So reminder to go type it in right now, live on YT now, but we've got a ton more coming. Now, before I hop back on the show and walk through some things, let's take a look a little bit about what's going to be happening the rest of the year. Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Okay, so I had an amazing voice walk you through what's going to be happening for the rest of this year, and it's so excited about that. But we got to talk a little bit about what's happening today as well. So let's take a look at this explainer to talk about what's going to be going on. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Well, it has been all about me, myself, and I today. You've heard myself talk in a number of different fashions, but I'm excited about it, right? We get to talk through everything we're going to be doing today. I won't just bore you with my voice, though. I've got to bring in an amazing co-caster. Really excited to bring back a good friend of mine, Pancake Pal, on the mic again, back from December. Pal, how are we doing today?
I'm so excited to be back. Thanks for having me again. I'm excited to have you cast along with me, but I didn't get the memo about the leprechaun suit, so I'm sorry about that.
Well, look, I think I'm like 3% Irish, so I'm doing the best I can. I've got a little red in my beard.
Little red right here, okay.
Yeah, it'll help us out along the way. But hopefully there's going to be great luck for everybody involved today. And folks at home, pal, we like to have fun in the booth, and we want to have fun with chat. So we've got some trivia for you, chat. Now, Get your typing fingers ready. All you have to do is type in one letter, A, B, C, or D. What is the answer to the question, in what year was the Uno mobile app released? Is it A, 2000, B, 2008, C, 2010, or D, 2013? A, B, C, or D? It's not D. Is it C? No. A or B? It is B. Pal, 2008. Pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, that seems like forever ago.
Yeah, I mean, we've been celebrating 15 years of Uno Mobile, right? Which is super, super exciting. Now, folks at home, if you missed the trivia question, if it went too fast for you, get ready. We've got more down the line, okay? We need you interacting with us a little bit. I need you to get your fingers ready so you can type in the giveaway codes and you can type in your answers for the trivia. But pal, it's time to talk about the rules today. I've been talking a lot. You've heard me talking a lot in some videos, but I want you to take us through some of the rules today because it's pretty exciting rules, something that we've seen before.
Yes, with pleasure. Well, groups will have 9 rounds, but it's the first player to reach 3 wins to move on to secure their spot in the next round. However, it does not stop there. We have an opportunity for a second place winner to secure a spot as well. So it could come down to how many wins, 1-win ties, and based off those outcomes, we might even come down to our breaker rules, which we'll explain a little later.
Yeah, exactly. Tiebreakers certainly have come into play, but we've also got the stack and discard all, which we love. We love to see those +4s and +2s stack up to maybe 16 cards a player has to draw, and then the amazing discard all that was incredibly influential with wins last time around in our February finals, where people were able to discard 5-6 cards and go out before they even said Uno. Now, Pat, we talked about the rules. It's time to talk about the players and the bracket. So let's take a look at it. This is super exciting.
Yes, well, we have 16 players divided into 4 groups, A, B, C, and D. And the individual matchup from the 16 players will make their way through this 16-player bracket with the top 2 players from each match moving forward to our next round all the way to the grand finals.
Yeah, exactly. A perfect breakdown. And as we look at these groups, A, B, C, and D, some of you all at home might be rooting for some of your friends, your Discord members, etc., that are in this tournament. And there's a couple people we got to shout out because this is the first time. This is the second month of the technical esports run of 2023 for Uno Mobile. And we've already got a returner actually from the December show that you and I actually casted, the debut. It was Andy from the December show, now named as... Korasiama. I'll work on that pronunciation, but it's in Group C. This is the group to watch. Andy's got a little bit of experience. The question is, can he do a bit better than last time?
Well, I mean, the pressure and a little bit of luck since it is St. Patty's Day, but it's all going to be up to those plays. I mean, I loved how, in our last tournament, we had so many people use the stack up and also the discard all. I mean, there was different groups played with different aggression. Some were a little bit more passive. So I'm curious to see if he'll utilize what he learned in December, or did he learn something from the last tournament?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Got to shout out Isabella, a beloved member of the Discord as well. Excited to see her competing today. And then I actually have got a good friend in Group B, Raspa. Funny enough, Raspa started playing Uno Mobile right when I got involved with the Uno Mobile team and started casting everything. So excited to see Raspa on main stage in Group B. We'll actually see them going head-to-head in Group B. But some amazing other players. Shout out a quick Hims in Group A also. Happy birthday, I believe, for Hims. This is a player that got added in here, and it's their birthday from what I'm getting told from production, which is really exciting. So happy birthday, Hims.
Yeah, feliz cumpleaños.
there it is. You heard it from Pao. And now, Pao, we've talked through some of the players. We don't know them all, and hopefully they're going to be have a chance here to prove themselves and make a name for themselves in Uno Mobile Esports. Because like we saw in February, Laura and Joey moving on to the grand finals in November. Not only are you playing for cash, you're also playing for a spot in that grand finals to really kind of solidify yourself as an Uno Mobile Esports star.
Yeah, I mean, this is the opportunity, right, to show what you got, what you've been learning, and kind of, show your stuff with the community, because there is a lot of people in the chat. You can also download the game right now and actually get an opportunity to kind of, work these plays in. It's a great way to just jump on and start learning right away.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very easy to learn, but there is a pretty high skill gap. I mean, we see some very talented players in these brackets, and I think what you broke down just a moment ago was perfect. There's a number of different strategies you can implement. Do I want to save my wild cards till the last second? Do I want to try to burn them early and bait some other wild cards out so that nobody else can play it as their final card and we can make sure that one person doesn't secure the victory? Do I save my discard alls, for instance? Look, there's a lot of strategies that I'm sure we'll see. Oh yeah, we'll see them all today because everybody likes to play the game different. But I believe it's about to be time for game number 1 in our Group A.
Oh,
now,
ready. I'm ready to see this because I mean, in December, how we saw the games play out, we saw so many players actually be a lot more passive with their wild card. So I'm excited to see how they're going to play up on this first matchup here today.
Yeah, exactly. Scores down at the bottom of your screen. In the top right, you'll see it's Group A. We've got our rules for everybody at home as well. But the game's underway here, pal. And
okay, moving already so quickly with our cards. I mean, we're stacking right away. We're not holding back. I think, as the debut game for the tournament, I think a lot of eyes are on you to see how aggressive you're going to be coming into this play.
Yeah, especially, if there's a little bit of nerves, if you haven't been on main stage before, and I believe all 4 of these players are new to the main stage here for the March finals.
That's true.
There's, we got some skips going around. We've already had some stacking of the +4 and the +2. I hate to draw 6 off the rip, but occasionally, especially if you draw that discard all, it could be helpful.
I mean, Hens does not have a choice here. He's going in with that red, moving it along to see if, in fact, now everybody knows it's red to go, and we're stacking up. Here we go.
Yeah, I think this is probably the right play from Samantha. Gonna kind of show their hand off the rip, but that's +6 to him. So Hims, in theory, is going to be out of it for a little while. Benny Boy is gonna take it nice and slow, can do whatever they would like. Gonna go ahead and play their green. And if we don't change it off green here, I was gonna say, yeah, you have to. Samantha's going down, and they've got to all know that. They've got to buy in on that. So very well done. But a great draw.
Great position for Samantha to be in with that Uno placement. But here comes our, with our. What I like to see in a first round is kind of like, let me show what I got, what kind of plays I'm going to do, because obviously you still need 3 wins to qualify. But I feel like Samantha is holding on to this color and, obviously, will it play in her favor? I don't know. It's kind of one of those situations where you see a stack just like that and, change it up with another stack on top. Okay.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, when we play the +4 wild that early, Hims is kind of showing their hand, maybe even trying to telegraph that, hey, maybe I have another wild, be careful about me. Of course, they don't. So a little bit of a bluff.
Ooh, and missed the challenge right there and gets punished for it with a +6.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I don't mind it, though, just given the fact that she was going to have to draw either way. Might take a couple extra cards. Sometimes, pal, you want to take the extra cards. Look at Hims. If this goes to blue, Hims is out of here. Hims is down and winning the first game.
Yep.
So far, staying
Moving
green.
With the 9. Yep. We are staying very green over here. Moving along just fine. Ooh,
Oh,
we're
that's
back
the
to
blue.
blue.
Seven seconds left. If it stays blue here, Hims could have a decent chance of winning. Has an action card that could stall it out. He gets it down.
Oh,
Not quite enough. Pow.
the time.
The time goes out. Okay, so this is what's fun about Uno Mobile. These games go so incredibly fast. The time goes out, gets to blue. Hims is able to play them all down and only has 2 cards left, but those action cards cost a lot more points, right? And so they just only had more points than Samantha on the far right-hand side. So game 1 goes to Samantha. They just narrowly grabbed that victory. Again, it is the first to 3 wins. Very well done.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a tough situation. You don't want to be left with all these cards, but in that panic mode, you could see that as the clock is ticking, you need to make a decision. And, you know, being passive is great, but you don't want to hold on to any of these wild cards towards the end.
Yeah, especially. We'll be watching the clock this time around and try to predict some of these movements. Hims, yet again, immediately has a large amount of cards, all of the same color, with the discard all. And instead of the challenge, we're going to get a quick stack 4-on-4 equals 8. We probably see plus 12 here. This burns Destiny's Wild, though, so it's not a bad play. Benny Boy's in trouble, but everybody else is really happy.
Will he go for the green? Yep, we got lots of greens moving. Ooh, that discard all. I mean, I feel like discard all is such a meta since the last tournament and this tournament. It's going to be really exciting to see who starts like utilizing that discard all aggressively.
Yeah, and this is actually a great play to Hims because still has the discard all, but can stack the +2 on +2.
Yep.
But unfortunately, no one's able to change the color, and nobody even technically knows. Destiny grabs game 2. Pow, I mean, that one was pretty simple and cut and dry. There was nobody really changing up the color all that much. Saw a couple early wilds, but not much you could do.
Not much you can do. And I love that we're kind of rotating winners over here because everyone now is getting a little taste. Maybe the stage fright, you know, kind of moved to the side and they're like, I gotta win this. It's St. Patty's. I need the luck. I need the loot and I want to win. So I'm excited to see how they're gonna maneuver now that kind of everyone's getting a feel for their play style.
Yeah, no, for sure. Everybody's the nerves are probably settling a little bit, and they're locked in because, hey, look, they're having a blast, I'm sure, but these go really fast, and it only takes one player to win 3 rounds. That could be in 2 games, that could be in like 6 games, depending. So we'll see what happens. But I love, by the way, I love some of these card collections, and I know there's a brand new one in the store. You can go check out the Wild Ears collection that's going to be coming in
that
for
discard
Easter.
all from Destiny. Pulling those reverses cards. I love that. Kind of let me see what you got. No. Let me see what you got. No. Let me see what you got. I love that.
Yellow.
Classic Uno. Classic Uno. Ooh, stack 8.
It's gonna go to 12. I don't think Benny Boy wants to draw another plus 8.
Benny. No, Benny.
Benny wants to hang on to that wild. You can see it in how long it's taking to play, but it's just not gonna happen. Destiny, you just won. Draw 12 cards, please.
Wow, no, not like this. Well, just a reminder, we have 1:57. We're gonna keep an eye on that clock because time is moving, and time is an essence over here. With the +2, I'm gonna stack it up, change it up to blue.
Draw cards.
That's a great play. Samantha's in a fantastic position if it stays blue here, and Benny can't change it. Well, could top deck and go ahead and play the wild, or can just keep it. It is going to play it and change to green. Very smart, and a key to this game continuing. A nice skip there means Samantha won't even have a chance to draw.
Ooh, because they know. They want to keep her away.
Yellow.
Yellow's a good call.
Very good call.
Wow, nice draw from Benny.
Draw 2.
Oh, so they know that Samantha does not have a yellow.
A good call out. We'll keep that in mind as the players are going to try to keep it yellow probably.
Reverse.
But now Benny in the lead. 60 seconds left roughly.
Oh.
Benny out of yellows. I don't love the 0 play there because, again, every card has a certain amount of points. But regardless, you're maybe trying to psych them out.
Don't have a choice. Just moving. Oh, get that stack. Discard it all. Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
I like it, especially as we're running out of time here. As much as you want to hoard those, get as many cards out of your hand as possible so you can actually play for the points. Now, 30 seconds left here, pal, and you can see who's in first and who's in second. And with a quick discard all onto discard all, Benny takes the lead, but only a matter of time, theoretically, to when they need to draw.
25 seconds here.
Has to draw and draws an action card that he can't play. That's a huge missed opportunity to win this thing.
No.
Unless Samantha draws an action card.
Come on.
Goes red. Gonna have to draw again. This is gonna be so close.
Oh my god, 10 seconds.
Samantha has to draw.
No. Oh, she's gonna reverse it. She's gonna reverse it.
That'll win it. Nothing you can do about that one. Change to red into the reverse. Gets the action card out of their hand. Samantha takes it. Action card gone. Only about a 11 or 12 point in their hand at the end, which means they had the lowest amount of points, which means they secure the victory. Now, pal, I think that's 2 now for Samantha.
Yeah.
We're on match point.
Yeah, there was a slight bit of hesitation there. You could see the wheels turning for that card, but she knew that, like, with the amount of cards that everybody has, you know, it's all about a numbers game at the end of the day. We want to make sure that to get rid of these high playing cards. So I liked how she reversed it, you know, threw it back right at everybody.
Yeah, and spent all of the time to do that, too.
Yes,
that's something we talk about.
Yeah,
yes,
do it.
If there's 4 seconds left, you don't need to rush your last card if it means you're going to win, most likely. So I like to play from Samantha in the lead currently. You can see the scores down below. As a reminder, we do have tiebreakers in case the second placed player has the same amount of wins as another player, but we'll talk about that if we get there. A lot of cards early for Benny here, pal.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Benny boy. We got to make some moves here.
Really green. Him's in a perfect position to do well.
Okay, we're going to change it back to blue. He's got a 3.
This is mind games, pal. Throwing a blue out. He's trying to say, hey, I've got a blue. I've got a blue. Does it?
He's moving on. We're going to yellow, though.
Perfect read on the opponents. Perfectly executed, but it goes to green at the last second. Here's the conversation point. Do you play it?
He's playing it.
And he's full selling the blue. Hims does not have a blue. They're going to want to change it off of blue, which gives Hims a chance to play the yellow. It's a strong bluff, but it goes to green. Not going to help out Hims.
Not in his favor. Not in his favor. Come on. And misses the challenge. +6 for Samantha.
Got some extra cards to play with, though, and everybody will still think that they've got a blue. Hims sitting on 2 still.
We have a minute and 22 seconds. We still got some time to play.
Goes for the challenge.
Misses the challenge. Oh, the +6 though.
I don't know about the challenge. I mean, I guess if you're gonna have to draw either way, you might go for it there. It's a tough challenge play, but I'm still in it, especially with the discard alls on the red if they want it. But after being skipped, we're starting to run out of time here, pal. Down to 60 seconds.
Yep, we're moving to the reverse. He's playing his 2. Samantha with 1.
Destiny's in a good spot as well. You can see the first and second medals exchanging around the board, and Destiny's got to get rid of that wild to win. It'll go down to 11 points. Look at Samantha's cards,
Here comes the discard all.
I know, but 0 and 1 for Samantha. This is going to probably be match point and a victory if they can't make her draw cards. A huge draw for everyone else besides Samantha. She's still technically in the lead, but it's still anybody's ball game. Look at Destiny with the wild.
20 seconds. We're pushing up 20 seconds right now.
This is going to come down to the wire.
Oh, she's going to she's going to draw 4. Okay.
Nothing you can do about that one. So I think Samantha, it was so close. Destiny is going to rack up most likely a win here. Can discard all here, but it's not going to be enough because Samantha's got that action card and the win.
Destiny.
2 seconds left and Destiny grabs the victory. That's 2 wins on Destiny and 2 wins on Samantha. A strong start from both of our ladies in the house. Very well done.
Yes. I mean, I love that there was a little bit of hesitation with Samantha versus Destiny. She was just like moving those cards as quickly as possible, was keeping an eye on the clock, which is something I think when you're playing Uno Mobile, you're in a position like where you're like, oh, wait, should I do this? But you're kind of also thinking about what other people might have as well. So you don't want to do that sometimes. Sometimes you just got to play cards. And I love her aggression into that matchup.
Yeah, definitely trying to read the other players. Hims is going full send on the bluffs, which I really respect. This time, not as much, but last game, I liked the strategy. It just didn't quite pay off in their favor. Destiny has to draw 10.
They're going in for the punish. They're like, no, we're just gonna keep giving you cards.
However, Destiny's sitting on 3 wilds and a number of discard alls. There's still a decent chance Destiny can get back into this and potentially win as long as she can get her cards out quickly. She's just got to get down back to 4 or 5 cards. Has a really good shot of winning this map and potentially taking Group A. Because again, match point, pal.
It is.
Destiny
She's got
and
2
Samantha.
minutes. She's got 2 minutes to decide how she's going to maneuver this play. Do you sit on these wild cards? Do you play them early? Obviously, you don't know what everyone else has, but you want to sit on them. And as you can see, she just maneuvered that yellow card, so she's playing. But Samantha now is left with 1 card, so this could be it. Match point.
Reverse.
Yeah, this is going to be close. This worked out perfectly, though, for Destiny, because Hims is going to play the +4 that Samantha can't do anything about. That was almost...
Oh, she missed the challenge.
Draw cards.
That was almost all she wrote.
Okay, here we go.
Yellow.
Right, back to yellow for Destiny.
Destiny's shown that she's had 2 wilds, so most likely they're not going to expect that she has another, albeit she's got a lot of cards, so... anything is up in the air. Hims and Benny and Samantha all out of yellow. So this is just a flawless execution to get rid of Destiny's yellows and hold on to those discard alls, pal.
Now, we know that Benny doesn't have any yellows. He just discarded his.
Draw 2.
And here comes the stacking.
Oh, yeah, it'll get skipped to Benny. Benny then to Hims. Now that we're moving quickly. 47 seconds.
All right,
the first
here we go.
discard all. Destiny's getting back into the game. Especially if another discard all is played before her, which it won't be. Samantha doesn't have one. Oh, a reverse, though.
Oh.
Probably gets reversed back.
Oh, another
into
reverse.
the green. Into the
30
blue.
seconds. Oh.
Triple reverse.
Okay, wait.
And we're back into it. 25 seconds.
Draw 2.
Moving quick. Hims, Benny Boy technically in the lead. Both with discard alls in hand and both with green discard alls. If it
15
goes
seconds.
to green,
Here we go.
it's going to go in order. Have to draw from Hims. Needs a massive top deck draw here to win this. Doesn't get it. Benny also with an opportunity. Gets 1, but it's not going to be enough. Samantha's about to win it here. Goes to yellow. The time runs out. Samantha B with the victory. And that is Samantha's 3rd, which means she will be taking Group A in stride with... I believe the only other person to win overall right behind. So our top 2 winners of Group A already been decided. Very well done from Destiny and Samantha.
Yeah, I mean, the ladies came in hot. I think it was, a matter of how they were going to maneuver their discards all. And it just sometimes is a little bit of luck, a little shamrock luck today that went in Samantha's favor. So, but also Destiny was a strong contender coming in. I mean, she was playing aggressively, had the cards, had the wilds in her favor, and was able to maneuver that 2nd place.
Yeah, I mean, for Hims and Benny Boy, things were going pretty well for the most part. Like, the cards they were getting and the bluffs they were taking were good bluffs. It just, unfortunately, didn't land in their favor, and they came down to having discard alls that in February won a lot of tournaments and won a lot of matches. This time around, couldn't get that green to play the discard all. So we'll get a chance to look back. These are the replays from this last matchup, and you can see discard all certainly came into play, but not as much in stride as they did in February.
Right. And, congratulations for even qualifying and coming all the way to the main stage. So, don't be disheartened. It's still, anybody's game coming in. I think it's a great opportunity to, learn about esports. This is Uno Esports. For the first time, we're seeing people actually compete in a competitive level and kind of get that feel. Whereas, like most esports, there is a long learning curve to get into. Whereas here, you can just download the game right now and start learning right away. You can join the community cup and start making some friends, and actually you can also participate in these events.
Exactly. You can join the Discord as well. Exclamation point Discord to pull that all up. But had a chance to look at the replays. Here's the score for Hims and Benny Boy. Things did not go in their favor, but that means Samantha B and Destiny Adam will be moving on to the next semifinals, where they'll actually be split up. So they're not going to be playing against each other. Let's take a look at that bracket, and I'll show you exactly what it means. So you can see Samantha B and Destiny Adam moving on, but Samantha B is going to be going to semifinals A, and Destiny will be heading down to semifinals B. So they're going to be playing against some different competition. So excited to see who will be joining them. We're going to be headed into Group B pretty shortly. Pal, looking back on that round, Ultimately, it came down a little shamrock, a little St. Patrick's Day luck, of course, and I'm trying to represent in the best way I can. But it also came down to skill, and some of the skill level gap there was ultimately coming down to A, how do you play your discard alls and win? B, are you willing to draw a lot of cards in order to maybe throw down your discard alls? Or gain 4 or 5 wilds that you can utilize against your opponents. And some of our gentlemen that didn't make it through weren't willing to draw those cards. So they burned their wilds early and then had to rely on a little bit of luck that they didn't get in order to play those discard alls to try to win. And unfortunately, just didn't go in their favor. But a fantastic job from our 2 winners. Yeah,
honorable mention, to everyone who played, but it really is about how you maneuver these discard all plays. I remember back in December, we saw it really aggressively. This last tournament, we really saw the spike of the discard all. It seemed like everyone was focused on that meta. So I'm really excited to see if, in fact, anybody who's watching the tournament, who's also involved in the game, which we're about to get started now, are they actually going to maneuver and see how the other players are reacting and moving along with these cards?
Yeah, that's a great call out. And as we head into game here, of course, my good friend Raspa joining us, but also we've got Isabella from the Discord. I know she's an active community member, known and loved by the community. Of course, Full Nelson and Jess joining them in the battlefield, if you will, of Uno Mobile. Overall, the strongest start certainly on the side of Jess, but limited to yellow and blue.
Well, I have to say, I love everyone's little character avatars. Really cute. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, it's your friend on there. Did you give your friend any advice on what to do? Is he a little nervous? Do you have any, intel of Raspa?
Raspa is fantastic. Certainly a mental, cerebral player. She's very good. That. Very good and willing to kind of play around with people's emotions, bluff when you need to bluff, and try to sell that they have cards that they don't or that they do. So we'll see if she's able to do that in this matchup. But it's what got her here to the finals. Unfortunately, she's having to draw 12 cards off the rip.
Okay, that's bad. Leprechaun cannot say no more. I'm not going to ask you anything about anyone you know. No, I mean, but still, we've seen it, though, when people do draw a lot of cards. There's an opportunity to discard all a lot. You might pick up some wild. So, there you have it. Just, speaking out what can happen. And Raspa, calling the shots here, even though she has a lot of cards to work with.
Yeah, 2 things just happened there that's important. We had the discard all into yellow, but a reverse back into the discard all is so powerful, just given the fact that they won't have that color. A couple skips, a couple wilds played, and now we're down to the last.
Uno.
Yeah, in the last 60 seconds, and it goes to blue, which she has, but they don't know that, pal, and that's a free and easy win for Jess.
Oh my goodness! Just like that. Oh, I mean, we just took a deep breath, and the game was over.
Well, that's the thing, too, is when you come down to 2 cards, you're limited with what you have. You've got a yellow, you got a blue.
Yeah.
You play your yellow. Everybody's thinking, well, we don't know what their other card is. We haven't seen them play the wild to determine if they have a blue or a green or a red or what have you. And so they elected to go blue. Everyone had blue, so they just played their cards trying to get rid of them. She had the blue.
Yeah,
That would be a victory.
Jess came in like a ninja. While everyone's got all these cards, she's just getting, all the cards that she needs to discard everything to get her Uno to take that first win. So now everyone's going to be focused a little bit on Jess now that she's on the board. But there's still time to win. A lot of time on the clock. We're going to blue. We're stacking it up. And unfortunately, picking up 6 cards there for Isabella.
Skip coming through early means that Jess is already down to 2 cards again. This is a little bit of deja vu. This one, too. This time blue and green rather than blue and yellow. See if anybody's learned anything. Aspa taking her time. And I don't mind it. That's a very early wild, in my opinion, but no one's on Uno yet, so go for it. And if everybody sticks to green...
Oh, they skipped Jess. They knew she could have had a green. We're not even going to give her an opportunity, they said.
And you like to burn those action cards. Good reverse. That allows people to play and likes to keep it green. Goes back to green.
Jess.
This is good for Raspa, to be honest. She's able to catch up to Jess here, but I'm looking at Full Nelson. He's going to play it, and that goes to red. Uh-oh. Good friend Raspa's about to draw here, pal.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Oh, wait.
Back to green. I don't mind it. Now we're on blue. This is going to set up Raspa perfectly. Out of nowhere.
Yellow.
Isabella knows. Isabella knows.
And we also know that Free Nelson doesn't have a yellow. And there you have it, Jess with the win. I mean, she just sharked that play so well. Oh my goodness. You need to stop giving this caster curse.
Look, I just got really excited because we had Isabella in an interesting position.
No.
We had Raspa with an opportunity to win when it was blue. But incredibly, it made sense, I guess, for Isabella, right? To change the color and not risk somebody laying down several cards. And Isabella knew that Raspa had some blues and elected not to go for it. And we'll learn later, she will learn later at the very least that, well, that would have given Raspa the win. But now Jess has 2. So, pal, we are on match point. However, Isabella is looking very strong with a series of wild cards here.
Draw 4.
And Jess, not as much.
No, not this time around. But, you know, the unpredictability of this game is what makes it so fun. You know, you could just be feeling like you have this game, and a turn of events in a second, everything can change, you know? And while the clock is running, there is a little bit of pressure. So, as you said, Isabella is in a good spot. You know, she is going to have to play this. They know she has green.
I know. So you've got the 8 cards going out. Jess is in a blender, and they're going to make sure she can't win because that means their chances are all gone, right? And so now we're into the moments where you're like, what do we do from here? Easy stack opportunity to throw down 8 here now on Isabella. Now it's nobody's game, and we're looking at Raspa and full Nelson.
That was such a powerful play by Raspa. She knew that Isabella didn't have the card to play with, so now, you know, we're back here to see her with 2 cards left. She's got a 1 and a 4. I mean, she could take this if she plays it strategically.
Now it could go green here. Isabella's trying to determine. It goes green. It's going to be a double Uno back and forth.
Come on.
It's going to be close.
Uno.
Full Nelson and Raspa on green. The question is, do they change it here? Oh, an opportunity to change it for free. A fantastic
She's got it. Uno.
top deck draw. +2 on full Nelson. Raspa in the lead, and it goes green.
And there you have it. Come on.
Gonna run the timeout. Little showboating.
I mean, you know, I feel like in a way you have to in that position because it's like, you know, you're going like, hey, I got what it takes too. I'm not giving up. I want to be on this like winning streak too. So keeping the dream alive. I love it.
I gotta say, I'll hand it to Raspa. That's a good victory. A lot of little shamrock lucky draw there on St. Patrick's Day. The top deck draw for a +2 not only was massive because you could play a card and you're back to Uno, but also the other player on Uno had to draw cards. That was huge.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth coming, you know, getting Uno, not having an Unos, but I love that she played the clock right towards the end. Like, all right, guys, I'm still in this. So, you know, we still have, you know, another game in front of us. It seems like it's going a little faster, too, with that skip. Ooh,
Yes,
back-to-back
skips for days.
skips. I love it.
Full Nelson's about to be in a full Nelson. Well, put everybody else maybe in a full Nelson because 2 +4s. Jess now again having to draw cards.
Draw 4.
We could make Jess draw 12.
Oh,
and I think we're going to
goodness.
do it. Isabella's going to throw down to green.
Yep, Raspa's going to have to use it as well.
Here comes the stack. Potentially could challenge, but elects to make sure that they don't draw any cards, which is totally fair.
+8 over here. Full
Sorry,
Nelson
Jess.
with that Uno.
Blue.
Changing it to blue, so we know he has blue.
Draw cards.
Yeah, it could be a bluff, but we haven't seen one from this group yet. Everybody playing pretty straightforward. Isabella again with a fantastic draw.
Yep.
Raspa is going to have to change it because it's a free change. The problem is it goes green. Oh,
and they're
skip
gonna
though from
skip.
Jess.
Uno.
A huge save.
Red.
Whoa! And it's a green card. It's
Uno.
full Shamrock luck.
A huge save from Jess, but now changing it back to green.
Wow!
Isabella gets the win. It was so close.
I love that for her. And I love that it was a green Shamrock card. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes...
I respect it.
I respect it too. I loved it. I love the play. Calm and collected. Cool as a cucumber.
Well, we've got, I believe we've got Jess on 2 wins. We've got Raspa on 1 win. And now we've got Isabella on a win. So that's 3 different players with some wins. Still looking for 1 from Full Nelson. Tiebreaker could come into play here because it's still match point for Jess. If Jess wins this, it's over. And we're going to have to come down to a tiebreaker to see who moves on. One of our other players wins it. We continue to move forward. Quick read on the cards here.
Yep.
Jess is looking pretty strong. 4 cards, 2 wilds. But a couple skips going to be coming through to put Isabella yet again.
Ooh, and he is going
on
to
it.
skip Jess, putting Isabella in a really good position as well. Going to have to utilize that wild card right there. And sure enough, changing it to blue, so we know she's got blue. Raspa Raspa changing it to yellow.
Yeah, it's gonna go yellow, which just basically means that we're gonna see probably a couple wilds here. Now Nelson smartly elects to just draw, which he's gonna have to. He's gonna have the +4. Now having a ton of wilds. Gotta get back to Nelson though. Gotta burn some of those wilds out towards the end. Isabella had a chance, but
misses the challenge. Has to draw 4.
Elects not to. Raspa unfortunately having to draw again, and still all yellows.
Jess!
Perfect position to win. However, Nelson has to change and has +4s. You gotta burn it. You have to burn it now, and it worked out perfectly to keep this game alive.
Oh, and she missed the challenge for that draw 6. She was so close, so close.
Yeah, if the challenge went off and it was correct, Jess walks away with a victory and the match is over. But now Full Nelson.
Look at Full Nelson with his 2 cards. He has a +4 and a wild.
It's about to be a 3-way tie for second place, but we're gonna waylay it a little bit. Not for very long.
All right, utilizing that wild card, changing it to red.
Unless we get some crazy sequence here with some skips. This is a free win for Full Nelson. They can't make him draw any cards, and there it is. Coming in with now Jess gaining a few cards. Everybody's got a win, pal. Everybody has a win.
Everybody's on the board. That's a good feeling for, Nelson. I'm sure he's feeling good about that.
Yeah, it was a good win. It was a smart play to hold on to those wilds. And also, to be honest, a little bit of that Shamrock luck. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is coming in clutch for some of these players, because on the draw, they had to make a 4 cards. I believe drew 2 or 3 wild cards, which ultimately was what netted Nelson the victory. So a strong play, but 3 players on 1 win, 1 player on 2 wins. Still technically match point. But you would like to see one of these players with 1 win even it up with Jess at the top with 2 wins and then go into kind of a head-to-head battle at the end.
Yes, I mean, everyone's going for that pot of gold. There can only be 1 first place winner and 1 second place winner. So it's going to be all about how you're holding on to these cards. Some people burn their wild cards right away. We saw that, Nelson decided to keep those wild cards in his favor, and it paid out for his win. Now, that cannot always happen. It's kind of a risk and reward kind of situation, but I'd like to see who is going to take it on top for this round, because there's a lot of pressure right now on Jess since it's match point.
It's a great call out, and a +2 means a quick stack for +4, which will make a +6 over to Raspa. And honestly, not a great draw on that +6. That is a tough draw. Nelson looking strong yet again. Skip probably Raspa.
Okay. Change up the
luck.
color.
Question is, I was gonna say, do you show red or do you go for the bluff? Is gonna show red.
He's showing. I mean, we got
Raspa's
Jess and Full Nelson and Isabella with 2 cards here.
I think Isabella probably takes this. I don't know what we can do, because
I mean, she's got 0. She's got 0 points here. It's just got to stay green.
Raspa finally draws a discard all at the very least. Now Nelson's going to use their wild. Going to probably re-show red again.
So they 100% know he's got red.
Jess has got to know we can't change the green here, though. This is the crucial moment.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Smart move. They know what they're doing.
Hey, this is the best of the best,
You're right.
So
sometimes I get worried.
All right.
Shows yellow. Nobody changes it, but they can't. And Jess didn't have the yellow, so we're back to square one.
Ooh, I love that discard all by Raspa.
Big skip as well.
Oh my goodness. Lots of Uno action here.
Oh no!
Oh!
goes for the red and gives a full Nelson the victory. That was a tough play. And
It was.
from Raspa's standpoint, here's the two factors you gotta think about, right? We probably could assume full Nelson has the red. So if we change it to red, he's probably going to win. Could have maybe assumed a bluff and given him the benefit of the doubt that he was playing hyper strategic, maybe too strategic. Or if I'm Raspa, I'm looking at Jess with one card and I'm saying, if Jess wins this, it comes down to a tiebreaker. Instead, I'm going to give myself another chance. Now, full Nelson's now at 2 wins, pal. So full Nelson and Jess are moving on if either of them win. Raspa and Isabella will not. So this must be a win from Raspa or Isabella to keep their dreams alive. We'll see what happens.
I mean, they need that Shamrock luck, but I love that, full Nelson went a lot more aggressive that time. Not a lot of bluffing, just played his cards and it worked in his favor. So I'd like to see if he's going to maneuver that for this matchup win, if in fact it works in his favor.
And while you were talking, I was looking. Isabella almost just kind of quite randomly won, throwing it down to red. If nobody changed it, had the discard all to get rid of all of their cards. And it goes to red. It's getting scary. Luckily, she does have a yellow, so it's not over.
Okay,
but this will help her go to Uno immediately. Now, everybody's going to be on the edge of their seats. Everybody
come
knows
on,
Isabella.
Isabella.
Everybody knows Isabella does not have a red, so we'll keep that in mind.
Yep.
Draw 4.
+4. Discard alls, though. Look at full Nelson. Watch out.
Yep. And we got some reverses also as well. Ooh, we're keeping it
red.
green. We're keeping it green, baby.
Gonna have to change here to blue, which is gonna be huge for full Nelson, but
And Raspa
maybe,
as well.
yeah, probably better for Raspa because this is a quick discard
Wait,
all.
wait.
Raspa can reverse into it.
Reverse
Go
it.
to
Yes.
go to Uno. He's gonna have to draw.
Oh.
Here we go.
Green.
All right, we're
Close.
moving to green.
Raspa's gonna need some of that St. Patrick's Day luck here to change it off of green. We need to draw a green or a wild. Doesn't get it.
Uno.
All right, full Nelson in this position.
This is huge. A +2 draw from Raspa means I can stack to 4 to full Nelson, which is massive to keep their dreams alive.
Draw
All right,
4.
Raspa with 0 on blue. Will it stay?
It's a great
Oh
point
my
total
goodness.
too. Down to 60 seconds. And it's a win.
Oh!
No problems at all. Nobody
Wow.
changes the color. Nobody thinks about it. They didn't know Raspa had the 0. They definitely didn't know it was blue. And I almost missed it because I was so focused on that point total of having a 0 as your last card is so powerful. Raspa comes out on top. And, pal, that is 3 players with 2 wins each.
This is this next game. I'm gonna be just like edge of my seat right here. So don't mind me because this is a lot. You know, there's a lot of pressure. Everybody came down from the trenches, it seems like, and now we're gonna find out who's gonna be our first place winner, and then we'll accumulate to see who our second place winner is.
Yeah, we'll talk through the score. Down at the bottom of the screen, when the scores get updated, you'll see the win totals and you'll see their score. That score determines who moves on in a tiebreaker, which we most likely will see. If Isabella wins this, I believe, then everybody will have 2 wins. We'll play one more. Otherwise, if anybody else wins, we're done, and we're going to do some math calculations. So we'll see.
Oh, back to yellow.
Raspa's going to have to draw yet again. Not great luck, but at least covering some of the color spectrum.
All right, we're moving to our wild card. Oh, we really want to play this yellow, huh, Isabella?
Yeah, and you're noticing that most everybody's either drawing or playing wild, so it's good for Isabella.
Blue.
Old Nelson with an opportunity to win, though.
Ooh.
It's a bluff for blue.
Oh, it's a bluff. Yes, yes, yes.
So stays blue is just going to trust the system, and it works out. Raspa, with a little bit of foresight, thinks full Nelson's bluffing and was correct.
But Jess is in a great position. She's got that +4 wild and her 2.
This is big. Raspa plays the +2. Raspa in a pretty good spot, but just slightly better.
Uno.
Going
Goes-
for that stack over here.
Blue.
Changing to blue. So we know that she's got blue.
Yeah, it's
Draw
going to
4.
full sail on the blue.
Okay, okay, Raspa.
Okay. Uno on both sides, but it's going to come down to Jess. It stays blue. No one changes it.
Wow.
And your Group B victor is Jess with 3 wins. Now, pal, I got to give Jess credit. Won the first 2, and then bided her time all the way to game 8 to win the final one. Jess is going to be moving on to the semifinals. The question is, who had the most total score off of their wins? We had two players, Full Nelson and Raspa, tied for 2 victories. The question is, how decisive were those victories? The score, for everybody at home that doesn't know how the score is calculated, it's fairly simple. When you win, whether you run out of cards or not, your score, which is 0, is then you take all the other hand points of everybody else. So if one person had 20 cards, that was worth 150 points, and another player had 2 cards worth 10, you add those up, plus the third player's cards, those all get added to your score total. So admins are doing some math, gonna double check, see what the totals were between Raspa and Full Nelson, but it'll be very, very close to determine who else moves on. But let's take a look at some of these replays here, pal.
I mean, I absolutely loved how Jess came in just under the radar for the first 2 wins. And then again, for her final win, super stealthy, came in. It almost like, again, we blink and she just was able to burn through all her cards and secure that win. Nice, making it look easy, but clearly it's not, because, you know, you can be dealt with a situation where you have to have all these cards or wilds, and do you keep them? Do you discard them? Do you use them, you know, to bluff against your teammates? So I'm excited to see how she's going to maneuver on moving forward and, you know, going up against the other people that are going to challenge her during the semi. Yeah. Oh my God. 343 points. Okay.
Look at this. So Jess wins with 3 wins, but take a look at our tiebreaker. Raspa is moving on to the semifinals. Pal, this is super exciting. Obviously, I know Raspa. We share some condolences to Full Nelson and Isabella, but Raspa not only won with 2 victories, along with Full Nelson, but won in an extremely decisive manner. 390 points in total between those 2 games. I mean, when you start talking about averages, that is a crazy amount, and technically the most points across the board just off of 2 wins. So as we take a look at our bracket here, pal, you can see Raspa's going to go join Samantha at the top. We're going to see Jess joining Destiny down in the semifinals B.
Yeah, I mean, I love how you mentioned that Raspa was a cerebral player, and the points just speak for themselves. And I like that, in fact, you know, that last matchup, everyone was on the board. You know, that was such a difficult position to be in, a lot of pressure for everyone, but everyone played so well. So congratulations to everyone moving forward.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It was a very fun Group B. Group A, a little bit sleepy, a little bit patient play style, went down to the wire.
Yes and no. I feel like there was a little bit of stage fright there. You know, you are kind of opening up this big, you know, Uno Esports tournament. You know, that your friends are watching. Maybe you got family watching, rooting you on. It's St. Patrick's Day. You know, you want a little bit of that Irish luck in your favor. And it just didn't work out this time around. But you know what did work around is those 2 winners moving forward. And they played so well. It was just beautiful plays all around from everyone. So congratulations to everyone who participated.
I totally agree. Group C is about to be underway. Let's take a look at a quick video. We'll be right back in just a second.
Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our 1 house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Well, we have had a blast in the Uno Mobile Community Cup Wildcard Series, and this is the March Finals. We've already seen Group A, we've seen Group B, and we've had 4 different winners move on to the semifinals. But the money doesn't come into play. The cash prizes don't come into play until the grand finals. So keep an eye out for that, because not only are you playing for $5,000 cash, but also playing for the top 2 spots in the grand finals to move on to the November finals, which we were talking about. So look, folks, if you've been having a blast watching this show thus far, don't worry, there's a giveaway coming soon, but you need to go download Uno Mobile for free right now. If you've been watching the show and you haven't downloaded it, what are we doing? You can go download it for free in the iOS and Android Google Play stores, because we have a blast over here in Uno Mobile. They have a vibrant community in Discord as well, so go check out the Discord. You can join !Discord in any of the live streams. Should pull it up. The moderators can help you out. Or if you're watching the VOD back, it should be down in the description below. So go take a look at the Discord and go follow them on all their major socials, because I believe they've got some cool contests going on for some free diamonds and prizes in the Discord as well. So go check it out. But we're going to head into the Group C matches, and I've got Pal back on in the booth with me yet again. Pal, I am so excited about Group C, because we've seen crazy action in Group A, Group B, a lot of Shamrock, St. Patrick's Day luck. Group C, I'm sure, will be a lot of the same.
I know you called the first group a little sleepy, but I called them a little bit cautious, whereas the other group I'd like to call gun-ho, let's go, I'm here to win it. Now, I'm excited to see how Group C is gonna go. We got Kobe, Amanda, Chula, and Quarkasima.
We got it. Korasima, and I am so excited to watch Korasima play, because like I mentioned at the top of the show, Korasima is Andy from the December debut that you and I casted, which is super exciting for a number of reasons. First, it's exciting to see a return player, right? This is esports. Get back into it again and see if you can improve your odds. And from what I understand, I believe Andy actually got knocked out in the first round. So this is an opportunity for Korasima to move on to the next round and do a bit better than they did last time, potentially make the grand finals. We'll see. Group C underway. You can see, looking at the cards on our screen right now, pretty even across the board, but Chula's looking pretty solid.
I feel like Quarkasima is gonna have to, bring out all the guns. You already been on this stage before. You know what it's like. Now you're going against new contenders. You saw how aggressive the last group came to be. There's no holding back. There's a big pot of gold waiting for everyone at the end of this tournament, and I think everybody here wants a piece of it.
Totally agree, but we gotta talk. Plus 12 off the rip. We're coming out swinging, guns blazing. Kobe in a bit of a blender, but has a massive discard all potential here. Pal, take a look at that blue. If it goes to blue, Kobe's right back into this thing.
Yep, is going to utilize this skip. We're going to move another skip along the way.
Kind of sneak through this game here, pal, especially if Kobe keeps, well, I was going to say keeps playing yellow, but skip battles galore as we swing across the battlefield.
We're changing it to green, though. We're back on green. Uno. Putting Andy in a situation with one card in Uno, and there you go. That discard all is just so fun to see. It just changes everything.
Of course, CMA, he's one card away, and it's in red. Doesn't get changed, which it can't. It's not going to challenge. That means it's a free win. Korasima, first win. He is on the board. 1 win up. And I got to give Korasima credit here, folks. I don't think they grabbed the win. I don't think he grabbed the win the first time around in December. It was a very quick 2-3 wins and then 1 win from the second place back in December with M2 Fank 11 and Sierra, if you remember them. And M2 Fank 11 and Sierra made it all the way to the grand finals as well. So he was up against stiff competition. This time around, Korasima throwing it down early, grabbing the first victory in Group C.
Yeah, I think at this point, Korasima was not gonna, disclose that they were, a new contender, but also a returning competitor with a lot to prove. So I'm excited to see. I'm gonna keep my eye on Korasima and see how, in fact, they're able to play these cards.
Look at this.
Okay, we got a 14.
It's going to be a
plus.
plus It's going to be a plus 18. Another stack.
my
They said,
goodness.
Kurosima, you won last round? Take the whole
Oh.
deck. Take it all. Take every card. We can't even read your cards now.
Oh my goodness. Kurosima, though, okay, is able to utilize some of the cards that were given to him. All right, but it has some wilds over here, can start utilizing that and, in fact, use some of the stacks and discard alls that, and I see some skips too, is able, if he can maneuver to that green side, it will go a lot in his favor.
No, I agree.
There, look at all this reversing.
There's the green.
All
Kurosima.
right.
Oh
Wait,
no,
wait.
doesn't want to keep
What?
it green. Goes to blue.
But why?
No.
I don't think they want to show their hand that they can discard that many green cards and wants to try to win probably with 7 or 8 cards in their hand and wants to make sure that they can add cards to other people's tally.
Okay,
Chula stacks,
okay.
goes for 4 and
Got
Amanda,
you.
but the problem is when you go 4 and Amanda, that means it's a free reign, especially when Kobe's got the +2 on the side. Unlucky. That right there you couldn't have predicted. Very, very well done.
I mean, Kobe came in with that 3-pointer and took the win. So I'm excited that he's on the board, but I'm so perplexed by that not discard all. Like, now I understand your point, but they were in such a good position to get rid of so many cards in that and to change that color. Kobe would not have won that round.
That's probably true. It was just unlucky. You can't, as a reminder for
unlucky.
everybody at home, like they obviously can't see each other's cards. We get to have the privilege of seeing those, so we could see the optimal play. I didn't mind it. If the round went on a little bit longer, I think we could have seen Kurosima with a victory there from the green, but
That's
we'll see this
true.
time around.
All right.
Kobe's
Well,
got-
I feel too like sometimes if you get your discard all and you know you have multiple, like you said, you could start getting everyone to, pick up more cards. But in a situation, sometimes you're playing and you don't realize that that clock is just burning. And if you don't play these cards, you're going to be in a situation, of course, with that card. I feel like, I don't know, I love seeing the discard all, but you know what I've loved seeing this tournament around is our reverses. I don't think I've seen so much reversing.
Draw a
But
card.
yeah, if you draw them, you can use them, and
I
reversing
love
back
them.
into discard alls is certainly a viable strategy. And there you
Yeah.
go, pal. You called it out. You get to
Yep.
see one. You'll probably see another one.
It just puts, each player in a position to kind of show off who has what cards. And we're keeping it blue over here. Kurosima changing it up. Will they move and correspond to red now, utilizing that wild card?
That's going to work out perfectly in their favor. Kobe's going to have to draw. So Kurosima will go to Uno. Nice top deck, though.
No.
And with 1 point,
Reverse.
They keep
pulling
it
that
red here.
reverse.
Okay. He's going to start to draw another top deck draw.
Ooh. So they definitely know he does not have a red.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh! And there you have it, Kurosima!
St.
the
Patrick's
win!
Day. Pot of gold. Are you joking? That's the way the
Chef's
cookie
kiss.
crumbles.
Chef's kiss. It was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Sometimes things don't go your way in December, but sometimes, pal, when the luck of the Irish is on your side, Kurosima.
He went to Esports Uno boot camp, I think, while we were all just sleeping and, going in our little Esports Uno slumber. He went to boot camp because, man, those plays are incredible. That last one was chef's kiss.
Blue.
Loved it.
Well, 2 up, 2 down, or I guess 3 up, 2 down, but Kurosima with 2 wins, technically on match point. Look at Kobe, though. It goes
Oh.
yellow. If it doesn't change, which Kurosima
could be game over.
No.
Green.
It goes to green.
Oh,
Okay.
it goes to green. No, I thought if
Dangerous.
it was going to stay to
Dangerous.
yellow, I would have been like, it could be game over here for everybody. He's
Back
going
to
move.
yellow, though. This should be a... No, wow. Chula changes it again. Doesn't want to keep it yellow. This is... It's
Ooh,
flawless
that
play.
reverse. There's that reverse.
We're so close to Kobe
and
winning
skip.
this.
Kobe got skipped.
Uno.
All of a
Okay.
sudden-
Oh, Kurosima with Uno could be match point.
It's a bluff with red, though, and it goes to green. Exactly what Kurosima wanted, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Kurosima wins Group C.
Reverse.
3 up, 3 down, 3 wins with Kobe moving on as well. What a victory. I gotta give him
Wow.
some credit. Are you joking? 0 wins in December. comes out the gate fired up and wins 3 in 4. Unbelievable job. Little bit of luck, but a lot of skill.
I mean, he went to boot camp. It's Shamrock luck. I mean, I don't know. We got a leprechaun on the broadcast.
Okay.
I don't know how much more you can show up in that play. That was so aggressive. Congratulations. I feel like he probably feels so good considering, he played in December and now was able to kind of show off a different, skill set. Maybe went back to the, drawing board and was like, okay, what if I get stuck in, other situations? What can I do? How do I maneuver out of it? And it played in his favor so well.
We got to see a plus 18. I believe that's the biggest draw we've seen on broadcast. At least today. I think we had an 18 draw in February as well. But Kurosima with a couple of wins at the end. The final win is what I want to get to eventually. We get to see the green there. The win from Kurosima there was because of a bluff. I mean, bluff to red. And Kurosima had the green, and it got changed to green. It was a flawless play of mind games against their opponents. So Kurosima moving on with 3 wins and a ton of score to boot. But Kobe luckily snagged a win before Kurosima could walk away with it. So we're going to be seeing Kurosima at the top in semifinals A and Kobe down at the bottom in semifinals B. And we have 1 group left to go.
Now, I have to just, emphasize on these semis A group already. I mean, that is a stacked, strong group of contenders right there. Definitely a group to keep an eye out. And but we have more contenders that are trying to place themselves as well. But man, I'm going to keep an eye on that semis A. Some of those players, I mean, it's going to be aggressive. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see how they vary, but we still have one more group to go. Group D. We've seen some of our highlighted players, so now we've got some new players on the horizon that are going to get a chance to showcase what they've got in Uno Mobile Esports. Non-stop action today. It was fun too, pal, to see a group go all the way to Game 8 with a ton of wins across the board, and then the next group, almost a landslide victory. I saw somebody in the chat say that. Like, it very, very strong in Group D.
I mean, like we said before, we got to see some of those skill sets in December, and it was just like a totally different player coming in and showing off a totally different set of skills. And that's what's so great about the community. You can start watching these and be like, wow, I didn't even know you could do that. Or maybe, in fact, this is what I'm going to do for my opportunity to join the Community Cup. So don't forget to download the game because you can be learning while you're watching and, actually be part of the next event. So I want to see some new people in the chat. I know you're thinking, I can do this.
I agree. I will say a lot of people win it at home, but there's a giveaway coming soon. So you guys can not only download the game, but you can also redeem some of these codes that are coming up. We've already done one, and if you were paying attention in the countdown timer at the beginning, there's a code in there as well. So we've had 2 codes given away thus far. We've got a couple more, and one is coming very, very soon. So don't go anywhere. We've got Group D, and then we're going to have that giveaway right down the line. I'm excited to get into the action for Group D and see who's going to be moving their way into the semifinals. Pal, here's a guess for you, and this is just kind of a 50-50 coin flip. You think we're gonna see a hyper aggressive play off the start here? Is this gonna be a 8-game Group D, or is this gonna be a landslide victory from one of our players?
Well, I feel like at this point, this is the last group that's kind of been watching everything go down. I kind of feel like we haven't seen a lot of people run the clock except that first group that we saw.
True.
So I feel like maybe this time, since it is the last group, we maybe will see kind of very close action to people holding on to cards, playing a little more passively because we want to run this clock and kind of punish people who might in fact have these wild cards or these cards that are going to not play in their favor if things get to a close matchup.
Yeah, Kevin Almighty starting out fairly almighty. I mean, throws down the discard alls. 2 wilds left, and those are the only 2 cards they have. So Kevin's in a great spot to ward off any +4s that come his way with a stack, but doesn't need to. A wild into Kevin means he's going to go ahead and burn one of his wilds. Going to go for the fairly, goes for the wild that's not the plus, just in case. This should be an easy walk in the park victory. Game 1.
Skips on skips.
It's not over yet. A couple skips, some discard alls in the reverse, but Heisme can't go down. Almost robbed him. Almost robbed Kevin from the victory, but it won't be the case. That was close.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
Wow, Kevin Almighty coming in hot there with that first win. I mean, you said it was Almighty, so he decided to come out Almighty with that first win.
Look, I gotta say, the fact that we almost saw Kevin not win that was insane. With the yellow, the reverse, the skip, if Heisme would have had a yellow, Kevin doesn't win that somehow with probably one of the best starts you could have in Uno, getting down to just 2 wilds left in your hand. But all right, back into it. Focus
Back
up
into
here.
it, yes. Ooh, I love this discard all situation over here coming in from Kevin. Pulling in that green. We're stacking up our +2s over here.
No greens for Heisme, though.
We're moving to yellow.
That's an early wild card burn. I almost draw there, but you don't mind it. Continue to play yellow. Might force Kevin to play the wild. And Kevin's my boy. This is how I play. I like to save those wilds to the last second. A fantastic luck there with the top deck, and it pays off.
Ooh, I love that discard all over there.
Uh-oh, it's going to be discard alls galore.
Ooh,
And
yarn
Kevin,
animal. Whoa, discard all
Look at
across
Kevin.
the way. Oh, everybody's
Look at
discarding.
Kevin. It's going to be solo Unos for Heisme and Kevin. Kevin with a nice victory here, as long as it doesn't go yellow. Kevin wins this, and Apple Pie changes it to blue. Almost detrimental, but Kevin's 2 up, 2 down. Heisme on Uno's not going to matter. Kevin, second map, second victory.
Wow.
Hey, look, my boy, Kevin, you're playing the game the way I like to play it. You save your +4 wilds to the very end, especially if nobody's on Uno. Draw a card instead of playing the wild. Great play from Kevin. It netted him the victory.
Yeah, what I love too is how fast and aggressive this whole 2 matchups have been. I mean, we've blinked and the games were over. That just shows you that this group is not messing around. Kevin wants to get rid of all these opponents out of the way, secure his first place, so, you know, he can move on and start playing with the other opponents that we just saw.
That's a great call out. Well, we swing into this next game. This is technically match point. Now, there's a lot that goes into this. If Kevin wins this 3 up, 3 down, that means we have a 3-way tie for second at 0 points each, which means we go to our second tiebreaker, which is hand points from the 3 games that Kevin won. So we'll explain that a bit more later if it happens. But I'm looking at Yarn Animal, I think is technically probably how you say that.
They are skipping Kevin. They don't want any action going his way.
Yeah, Yarn Animal is in a actually really good spot with 2 +4 wilds, especially because Apple Pie is about to have to draw 12, assumedly. It's going to be stack on stacks on stacks.
Here we go with +8.
Got a +12 here, and Yarnimal's got Yarn Animal. I can't decide.
+12. Oh, hate to see it for Apple Pie.
This is good from Kevin, though, because it'll force Yarn Animal to make a decision. Do I want 2 cards, or do I save my wild? I don't want 2 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and burn my wild down to 2. Now it's an even playing field.
All right, has me forced to use this wild card, changing it to green.
Maybe hold on to that, but a skip means Yarn Animals doesn't have to draw. Double skip.
Oh, what a great
triple skip. Okay.
Draw 2.
And a +2. Kevin Almighty now all of a sudden in the lead, technically. Only 3 points now, down to 1 card and a 0. This is about to be an historical Group D here, pal.
Wow. Okay, play it smart. Oh, here we go. Can it stay blue for Kevin? This is a match point.
It most likely will, unless the crazy top deck. Kevin Almighty, actually 3 up, 3 down. No other winners but Kevin, and Kevin alone. Kevin Almighty, Bruce Almighty, Uno God himself. I don't know. I am blown away that this went in his favor, but flawlessly executed and a decent bit of that St. Patrick's Day luck. The skips back and forth meant Yarn Animal couldn't even play, and although it looked like a clear victory for Yarn, Kevin comes out on top.
Kevin didn't even give anyone a chance. Let's just be real here. He said, this is my victory. We saw everybody. I need to get to my leaderboard. I need to get to that pot of gold because I want to be one of the contenders that's going to the semifinals. So I'm really excited to see how lightning fast these rounds were for Kevin. I mean, all of a sudden, he was just going in a situation where he was, he just got rid of his cards so quickly.
I know, it was pretty impressive. A couple smart plays holding on to the Wild, a couple plays where he had the right cards to play off of Apple Pie, I believe it was, sitting across from him at the table. So this is an easy win. Now, as we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here in a second, we get through these replays. There's only a few of them because there's only 3 games.
So fast. I mean, I don't even think we got to the clock in less than a minute. So
no, I don't think so.
So these actual plays, I mean, they were so fast. I'm so impressed by Kevin. Oh my God, Kevin.
So this is what's important to note. Technically, everybody's total score was 0, but the person moving on with Kevin Almighty is Heisme. Now, the way that works is hand points rather than total score. Nobody had a win, which means nobody had a score. However, it totals up the amount of points you had in your hand at the end of each of the 3 games, and the person with the lowest score, because you wanted the least amount of cards and the least amount of score, the person with the lowest score is the one that's moving on. So Heisme moves on, just barely, but with the tiebreaker. But we're going to see Heisme move up to semifinals A, and we're going to see Kevin Almighty move down to semifinals B. I'm kind of looking in on the back end, by the way, on that group, just to let everybody know how close it was. Again, it was 0-0-0 on total score. The hand points, though, Heisme was definitely the closest to winning every single time. Between 3 games, Heisme's total score was in their hand at the end of games was only 68 points. So it really did a fantastic job. But it was, unfortunately, the doomsday device that was Kevin Almighty just blowing everyone out of the water that forced it to that position. But look, folks at home, that was all our group stages, and Kevin made it look quick and easy. So as a reminder for everybody at home, go download Uno Mobile right now for free. Get involved on these Uno Mobile Community Cups, and go check out the Discord because they've got some amazing competitions going on for free right now. Prizes, coins, diamonds, all kinds of things you can win, and a thriving community that we've heard from some of our past winners how amazing that community is. Now, before you go anyway, don't go anywhere, anyone. We're going to head to a break in a second, but I need you to answer this question for me. All you have to do is type in one letter, A, B, C, or D, a new trivia for you on the horizon. The color green wasn't associated with St. Patrick's Day until 1798. Before then, what was the associated color? Red, white, yellow, or blue? A, B, C, or D? Type in your answer now. It's not B. Is it red, yellow, or blue? It's not red. It is blue. Apparently, St. Patrick's Day was blue before 1798, which is pretty crazy, actually, if you think about it. It's just, I'm used to the green. I'm wearing the green. I got green lights. I got green hat.
You're committed. I feel like everyone in the chat has been enjoying their Shamrock luck. You are our leprechaun for today. So if everyone said they didn't see a leprechaun, then I don't know what to tell you because there was one on the broadcast. So
okay. Fair enough. Well, I don't have a pot of gold on me. I do have a gold trophy, maybe that'll show it a little bit.
Ooh,
but,
yes.
Speaking of prizes, and we've talked about some of the breaks here, and we'll get to those. You guys have been patiently waiting. I've told you there was a giveaway coming, and it's finally time. A giveaway for you all to win at home just for watching the broadcast. Let's take a look at it. Go down to your settings, hit the redeem code section, the giveaway section. Right there, gift code. Get Green Luck. Type it in right now. You're going to get some free diamonds. I believe 600 diamonds. No, actually, for this one, this was 600 coins, 10 diamonds, 4 shields, and this is limited release. So you got to go type it in now. It might be out if you don't get on it quick. And I'm going to give you some time to type it in because we're going to head to a very short break. So go get your coins, go get your diamonds, go get your shields. We're going to grab some water, and then we're going to bring you the amazing semifinals of the Community Cup. Don't go anywhere.
Uno.
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win.
Skip. Reverse. Yellow. Yellow. Red. Blue. Draw a card. Skip. Skip. Yellow. Skip. Skip. Uno. Draw two. Yellow. Draw two. Uno. Uno. Uno.
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Well, we are back. It's the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup, and it's the March Finals. I've had a blast in the booth today. It has been nonstop action, some dominating performances from some of our group stages, but we're going into the semifinals. Now, before we go there, of course, I've got to remind everybody to go join the Discord with Uno Mobile. You can take a look, !Discord. We'll pull it up in the chat. If you're watching this VOD, it's down in the description. We've got some amazing competitions going on, an amazing community, and of course, you can follow Uno Mobile on all of their major socials. But it's time to bring back my co-caster, Pancake Pal. I hope you had a good break, because
I did.
we needed a little bit of a break. It was crazy in the group stages.
I mean, that last round was so spicy. I loved how we had to end it just right as we're getting into our semifinals. Now, these group of people, I feel like it's really going to shake up everything and how it's going to qualify everyone to the finals. So we got a mix of people here, and I know some of people were asking in the chat, like, oh, well, how do you qualify, for the if you had 0 points. And I know we talked a little bit about our breaker rules. So total wins, total score, and least total hand score is basically how we determined that second place win.
That's right. That's a great breakdown. And I got to shout out Hi Smy. Let's take a look at the bracket really quickly, because I was saying hi is me and I got corrected. It's Hi Smy, because Hi Smy is there to say hi and smile going into the semifinals. And look, that's what they were able to do, because they were able to say hi and smile and walk their way without a single victory into the semifinals, because they were so close to making it there with a victory, with their hand points being so small. So that's our second tiebreaker that moved them into the semifinals. But as we look at the bracket, Samantha, Coruscant, Raspa, and Hi Smy in semifinals A, then Jess, Kevin Almighty, Destiny, and Kobe in semis B. As much as we were kind of touting the strength of semifinals A, Pal, I think it's fairly even, especially with Kevin joining semifinals B. It's going to be a strong semifinals A and B.
I mean, this is where you can see that pot of gold in the horizon. You see the shimmery sparkles, the gold flickering in the sunlight against the rainbow, and you want to secure that win. This is Uno Esports. We're coming in all year round to find the best of the best Uno players. So don't forget to download the game and watch along, learn about these incredible plays that these Community Cup members are doing, because I myself am taking notes on how they're playing. They're so aggressive, sometimes a little passive, but more or less, I'm excited to see how these groups of people are actually going to get together and go against each other, because they did get a chance, or if they were studying each other, get a chance to see how, in fact, each other play.
Yeah, and we're getting a chance to take a look at some of the replays that have been happening in the quarterfinals, and everything was pretty cut and dry. I mean, you saw some fun bluffs that paid off, and certainly some that didn't. And then a dominating performance from Kevin in Group D was what secured them the victory without really any competition. But it's going to be new competition across the board. We split the two players from each group into different semifinals, pal. So as we're about to get into the semifinals A, it's worth noting that, like, hey, you got to relearn who you're playing against, kind of reread them as players. Do they play bluffs? Do they ever bluff maybe in game 1 or game 2? And you got to recognize that and play against that. Are they a truthful, straightforward, cut and dry player that says, I've got 2 cards, I'm playing my wild as my second to last card. I say red, I have a red. So you better change it or I'm going to win. We've seen both and both victorious, but got some cerebral players in semifinals A, and it's time to jump in and see what happens with them.
And this is the group that I was telling you about. This is probably the one to keep an eye out, because we've had some strong contenders. We got your friend Raspa here. We got Hi Smy. We got Samantha in the house, and Coruscant coming in. All top contenders coming through. And as you can see, our stat cards are coming through really aggressively, keeping it on the red. Now switching it up to green, and fives and reverses, moving all along. I mean, I like my +2s, but look at Raspa.
Yeah, I was going to say,
already getting those cerebral plays, left with a 2 and an Uno.
Yeah, and that's going to be plus 10s to Samantha B, so not going to be looking fantastic, at least not for now, unless they can draw a red discard all. Quick top deck yet again. Raspa is drawing out of their mind in this tournament on the top decks, but out of nowhere, discard all to discard all. Hi, Smy with the victory. I was looking at that top deck, but Hi, Smy, their first victory, by the way, now into the semifinals, the first victory of the semifinals, as well. That was great luck, but also it goes to show how powerful the discard alls can be if you hold them to the very end, because they were able to get rid of, Highsmite was able to get rid of 3 cards at the last second, and nobody even blinked an eye thinking that she could have won that, and she did.
Yeah, and what I love too is that, you know, even though she qualified for that second, she's like, I have something to prove here, that I'm also a quality player that deserves this spot. So taking that first win in this very, like, intense group of great contenders, I really like that she's coming in hot, you know, showing and proving that she is meant to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a +2 from Raspa is going to get stacked over to +6 to Samantha. Samantha cannot get away from drawing a ton of cards. A good draw, though. Grabbed the +4 and the discard all for her reds.
Oh my god. This deck is just so adorable. I just have to point out, it's just so cute. I'm sorry. I just have to point out how adorable it is. I mean, it's just so cute.
The cat deck is one of the best. There's a ton of card collections. You can actually go check out the Wild Ears collection, by the way, for Easter coming up. So
yes, we got a little preview of that. It was so cute.
Oh, we've got a wild that could be played from Highsmite.
Okay.
Alexa, go. Now, this is where Kevin Almighty kept it, by the way. And as Highsmite plays it, we'll see if it pays off.
Discard all.
Samantha's right back into it. Now on red, we know Samantha does not have any. Question is, where does it go from here? Highsmite on 1, but it's blue, and it gets changed to blue. However, she has to draw. Could challenge. Not sure it'll be that helpful, but we'll see. No, Alexa, just take it.
We still have a minute 39 on the clock. Plenty of time.
Red's a solid play, but Kurosima goes for the challenge. Interesting. Wants to make sure. Could have gone down to 2 cards. One of which was actually could have gone down to Uno with a wild. That was an interesting play there from Kurosima.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right play there. That picking up that 6, and now we're moved on to blue. Raspa, you know, in a really good position here if we can maneuver a stack or a different color, but over here...
Out of blues.
Yep. We can be moving this to green. No, we're going back to blue.
Not a single blue on the table except for now. That's a nice skip. Look at Samantha. We're down to 60 seconds left. Samantha has 2 cards left, but they are both zeros. So if we don't run out of cards, Samantha's in a perfect position to win this. Drawing across the board. Everybody having to draw and everybody moving quick here, pal. We're starting to swing around this board as fast as possible.
Kurosima in a great position. And there you have it. Kurosima with the win. Bam. Congratulations. I mean, we're on the board. I knew that this group was going to be spicy. I just felt like it's kind of like in that situation where not only do you now know how everyone's going to be playing, we're going to be discarding. We're not keeping wilds around. Yes, strategically you can, but everyone in this last play did phenomenal. But Kurosima came on top with that win, securing themselves a win.
Yeah, that's 1 victory the side of Highsmite, 1 victory for the side of Kurosima. A misread on Raspa ended up not hurting too much. Ended a victory with the wild. Now, looking at these cards here, Highsmite, pretty good position.
6.
It's going to go, I was going to say, it's going to go plus 10 to Samantha. Samantha B has drawn, I think, 10 plus cards every single time.
Oh, you hate to see it. But has an opportunity to play this with a lot of cards here. But Raspa doing pretty well here. If they can kind of maneuver to a different color. Yes, no, keeps it with that reverse. I'm telling you, reverses can be so powerful.
Yeah, and Raspa can't go to Uno because another reverse is played. Highsmite cannot draw anything but blues. Raspa on Uno. Still blue draws, and nobody has a green. 3 wilds on the side of Samantha and doesn't have to do it. Now, we're into blue, which means
Oh my
Highspy
goodness.
goes to Uno. Raspa joins them,
Raspa.
but they both have yellow, which means Highspy should win this unless somebody can skip her. And
Or
Samantha
change the color. Or change. No.
Can't. Wow.
No. Wow.
So unfortunate for Raspa.
Wow. Highsmile.
Highspy, not a single win to their name in the group stages, and now 2 wins and 1 win away from making it to the grand finals. I'm impressed with Highspy, and things have gone their way thus far, pal. Very well done to win the 3rd game of the series.
I mean, I feel like Highsmile has definitely become the dark horse of this tournament. You know, we kind of felt like, you know, they breezed right through that 2nd place, but they are securing their spot with those 2 wins. So they are proving themselves here for this tournament.
Okay, so this is a must-win scenario for everyone, except for Colosseum if Highsmile wins this. If Highsmile wins this, it's over, and Colosseum also makes the finals, assuredly making some money. But look at the cards here. Highsmile yet again Highsmile's in a flawless position to win the whole thing right now, unless they can burn through these +4s now. This should help. I love the piano. Highsmile gonna go ahead and play 1.
All right, we're moving to green. Gonna be forced to play that wild. Pick up draw 4.
We've got to get it off green if we don't want this to be over. We don't. Highsmile's gonna take it. And I don't think there's anything that anybody can do unless we get a skip from Samantha B off the top deck. Gets it, but not the right color. Highsmile wins semifinals A, and that means Colosseum also moving on to the finals. That was another fast round, and I'm blown away. I love Raspa. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the finals. It was too quick of a rounds, and the luck went in the favor of Colosseum and, of course, Highsmile. But talk about a story, pal. Highsmile goes from not winning a single map in the group stages and then wins 3 out of 4 in the semifinals to make the grand finals.
She is definitely riding on that rainbow unicorn, eyeballing that pot of gold in the distance. You know, maybe had to talk themselves through. Maybe, hey, you know, I kind of squeezed myself to 2nd place, but I know that I have what it takes to play this game. This is, you know, Uno Esports. I belong here. And they proved themselves so rapidly through these plays. I mean, yes, there was a lot of luck, but there was a lot of cerebral plays too, which I loved. And, you know, congratulations to the rest of the people, because this was not an easy round for them, because I mean, Highsmile just had all the perfect cards in their favor.
Yeah, walking away assuredly with at least some money today, which is exciting for our top 2 players from this semifinals, as $500 at the very least if they get 3rd or 4th. But shout out Highsmile and Colosseum. And hey, we've given Highsmile their credit. Talk about Colosseum sneaking in and grabbing a victory before it's over. And that's huge, right? We knew Colosseum as Andy in December, didn't make it out of the group stages, and now has made it into the grand finals of the March finals. Super exciting for both of these 2 players. And we offer, of course, condolences to Raspa and Samantha B. So close, yet unfortunately, Highsmile just threw down too quickly. So, semifinals A, done and dusted, pal. We've got 1 more semifinals, but the folks at home, don't worry. Yes, Highsmile and Colosseum, they've won some cash, assuredly. Well, the question is how much. You all at home can win some prizes as well. A giveaway is coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. Now, pal, as we go into semifinals B here, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I mean, we're moving so incredibly fast that if you're not getting a win really early, you might not get a win at all, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's over.
Well, what I like to see here is the storyline that we've had since, you know, December, all the way through our last matchup, all the way coming through these semifinals, and, you know, everyone trying to secure that final position. This group obviously now understands what they're up against. They know that you can come from the bottom of the trenches, you know, you could be completely discouraged, no faith. But if you have just a little faith, a little bit of luck, and a little bit of love for Uno Mobile, you might actually, in fact, make it all the way to the end. And I feel like sometimes that's what happens in gaming. You just gotta have a little faith. you know, you just gotta have a little faith. So I love that for them. I love the storylines already. You know, having Corsina come back after December, you know, there's a little bit of like, okay, I have a lot to prove right here. But now we have a brand new group against us. And, you know, I'm excited to see what they are gonna be capable of doing this time around.
That's it right there. Destiny's already won it. This is semifinals B. We're in it. And Destiny takes it before we could even start talking about the semifinals. So Destiny's up 1-0, folks. That was impressive. Here's the thing. When you're given wildcards, if you can hold on to them till the end, you can win quickly, especially if no one catches on. The best thing to do is hold on to some of those wilds to the end. A +4 is the perfect opportunity to do so that you can avoid any somebody else trying to make you draw. You can stack on top of it, send it to the next player, and win in a massive fashion. Destiny was able to do it with the basic wild because nobody was really ready for it. So 1 up, 1 down in a matter of seconds right into game 2. Because this is unpredictable fun, pal, and that's what we're having.
That first game, I'm sorry, but it was over. But the unpredictability and also the comeback potential with holding some of those stacked wilds is insane. So obviously people are here to win and show us what they got. We're pulling in reverses here with Kevin Almighty.
Yeah, look at Kevin right now.
Ooh, and that beautiful stack. I love that. The discard all and keeping it all blue. What a great opportunity here to maybe challenge. Okay,
we're gonna go. It's gonna be a +12. They're not gonna let Destiny win again.
That 8. Yeah. Let's bring on the stack over here.
A green is huge too, because that means
12 cards.
And Kevin's gonna throw down the skip here most likely. Oh no, goes for the 1. He's gonna keep the skip for later, but it's gonna be Uno from Kobe. Could skip to Kobe. Nope, goes to red. That was almost a good move. Unfortunately, Kevin's gonna burn that wild. Wants to make sure that Kobe can't win here and doesn't think Kobe has a green. Currently right. Still green though.
Yellow.
Destiny's gonna play it.
All right.
Smart move.
Drawing a card. Moving to yellow. Ooh,
nice draw from Kevin.
Red.
Now everybody probably has an idea that Kevin has green cards, so there is a possibility to want to skip him.
You can.
Or keep the cards, discard all. Ooh, Jess here with that Uno, and as well as Kobe.
Goes back to yellow from Destiny, and Kevin can't get a draw off of green. Gonna stay yellow. Nobody else has one except nice top deck. Decent draw here. This is going to open up the door for Destiny. No, keeps it yellow. Wants to make sure everybody is drawing a ton of cards while she gets rid of all of hers. Destiny is playing this perfectly. 52 seconds left here, pal, and it's going to come down to the wire, especially if it stays green.
Yep, discard all with that skip. Another discard.
Destiny.
Another Uno. Whoa!
And
Destiny.
both red. This goes to +4, but it's going to go to +6, and Kobe wins it. Out of the gate, the only card they could have played to prevent Kobe from winning. Well, the only card that they could play that would give Kobe the win, rather, right? I mean,
I love that.
That was exactly why Kobe saved that +2. Had a red 1 earlier, by the way, and the red +2, and could have played the +2 early, but elects to save it because it's a slight hedge of protection in case somebody tries to make you draw, which is exactly what happened. Very well done from Kobe. Excited to see what they're able to do here in game number 3. Now, pal, that means we've got 2 different winners. Destiny on 1, Kobe on 1.
Yep. It's still anybody's game, you know? We're still, you know, pulling in options here for another contender here, changing it to blue. We're moving along with our next card. Looks like he's going to have to play the reverse, allowing Kevin to make a decision here.
Yeah, no
Pull
blues.
into red. Yeah, we're moving to red. Kobe forced to play this +4, and it looks like we're going back to green.
I like to play. We'll see if it pays off for Kobe. Look, Kobe's made it here through the qualifiers. There's a reason Kobe's here. I hold on to that wild. That's the way I like to play it. But nobody's changing off of green. Kobe's down to 1.
But Kevin has to probably use this. He's going to have to change. Oh, he changed it to green. Oh, no.
It must have been a read.
Wow.
It must have been a read that Kobe was bluffing. That's the only thing I can think about. And maybe a little bit of reverse psychology. Kobe throws down, and I'll eat my words. Playing that wild was exactly what Kobe needed to do to grab the victory. That's 2 wins for Kobe. Pal, there's a chance this is the exact replica of semifinals A. We might see 3 wins in 4 games if Kobe can win another one.
Yeah, I think Kobe has figured out his teammates so fast, so I'm really excited to see if he's going to utilize that same method. But, Kevin Almighty, I don't see the same aggression that he had when he first played. So I'm wondering if he's, kind of psyched out by, being in this position. There's a lot of pressure here to win. Obviously, knowing that this is also match point for Kobe.
Yeah, this is a crucial moment. If you're basically everybody besides Destiny or Kobe, if you're Jess or Kevin, you have to take this one or even give it to Destiny just so you keep playing if worst comes to worst. You can't have Kobe win this. Destiny's totally okay with Kobe winning this. It doesn't affect anything. They both move on because they're the only 2 with wins. It's gonna go for nice stack up to 12.
It up 12.
16. Sorry, Jess. Not a win for you, most likely. We'll see.
I mean, you never know. She's been a pretty good comeback kid, so never say never. We still have 2 minutes on the clock here.
I don't envy Kevin right now, albeit he can cover most of the color spectrum. It's just cards across the board, 0 action cards in a tough position.
Destiny's in a really, really good position over here.
I totally agree. We keep it red. Destiny goes down to Uno.
Yellow.
Yellow, which is great for Kobe and not great for Destiny, so it's a great play. Yellow, and again everybody has yellow.
And something to mention here, I know you talked about that Clover boot. You can see it on her little icon right there.
Yeah.
So cute.
I know Destiny's actually already played the St. Patrick's Day Shamrock quest, so was able to grab that Clover boot, throwing on to her icon. Seemingly, that extra luck. I mean, hey, it said it boosts your luck. Apparently, it does because Destiny's down to Uno yet again. Now, can't go out yet, but still pretty close. Back to green. Now, Kevin only has red. Kobe only has yellow, but Destiny has red. Destiny has red and a 6.
Favor. Okay.
It will.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. Let's go, Destiny. It was the lucky boot. It was the lucky boot. You called it.
Look, here's the thing. If you haven't played the Shamrock quest in Uno Mobile, go play it.
Now.
If you can't play it, if you can't play it because you haven't downloaded Uno Mobile, they gotta go download the game first. Go play the Shamrock quest. Go get your Clover boot. Apparently, gives you better luck and boosts your luck here on St. Patrick's Day. And now Destiny's at 2 wins, a shot to go to the finals here in our March finals, the Community Cup. It's not over yet, pal. But 2 players, Kobe and Destiny, both have 2 wins. So if either wins, it's over. They're both moving on. They can almost try to work together a little bit, albeit they can't talk to each other. Because either way, it works for them. And Kevin Almighty and Jess maybe need to do the same. They need to make sure that one of them wins so they can keep playing.
Correct. And I think here at this point, you're kind of like, do you hold on to these wilds? Are you going to maneuver?
Jess.
Oh, no.
It's a plus 16 to Jess. It's over for Jess.
Stacking it up here. Oh, no.
Green.
Jess can't. This is just like Samantha in the last semifinals. Just cannot catch a break. Everybody's got the plus 4 wilds. Albeit, everybody has burned their plus 4 wilds. Now, they don't all know that, but that means nobody's got a wild right now. Actually, nobody has a wild at all right now. And Jess can continue to lay down some discard alls. Question is, will anybody go out in time? Little skip battle back and forth. Jess should be able to send it. Evan can't play his.
She's got some skip. Oh, there you go. There you go. Discard all with that
and
yellow.
A nice draw, too.
Kevin Almighty with that
massive draw. A huge top deck draw on the red. She's
got to skip. She doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it. Now, he does have blue, but let's see. Jess draws 2. Kevin, another top deck draw. Very well done. This is the Kevin we've seen from the group stages. This is the domination. First wild with Jess's as well. And it goes to blue. This is a win for Kev, but Jess has to change it here. And she does, which means Kevin can't take it. This is so close. Neither Kobe, Kevin, or Destiny have a green, except Kevin keeps getting the luck. And we're going to see so much luck go to Jess. 6.
Whoa, Jess! No!
Again! that gives Kevin the victory. Kevin's on the board. It's not over yet, pal.
Oh my god, I knew that nobody knew that actually Kevin did not have a green, and it was amazing that no one caught that and didn't play that in their favor, but he kept on, and some of that little Irish green luck went in his favor for that round.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The top deck draws he was grabbing set him up flawlessly. Had one card left and couldn't play it, but finally drew the +2s, and that drew everybody else's out. It's kind of this waiting game of who's going to play the first aggressive action card, and then how do we answer in kind so that I'm not the one drawing. And luckily, the player before Kevin, which is Jess, had a blue +2, gave Kevin the victory. It's actually Destiny that had it, but...
Yeah, and I'd like to mention what you said earlier is that was the same kind of style of gameplay that we did see from Kevin. So I feel like if he continues on that rainbow road,
not a lot of time, though.
Yeah, not a lot of time, but still could possibly do a little magic, perhaps.
Yeah, Destiny's on Uno already on green. Now we're going +16 again to Kobe. This time, not Jess, so somebody else is getting a taste of it. Now, luckily, it does go to red, not green, and you can guess that from the way Destiny played.
This time. It wasn't Jess.
I know. And as we have cards coming back through, nice discard all.
Discard all red. Destiny
doesn't have it.
Oh, okay. She's moving on with that 2.
Green.
Going in with our green. Looks like everybody's got green except Kevin.
Come across the board. Luckily, Destiny doesn't have the discard all, and Kobe knows it, so likes to play it.
Reverse.
Kobe doesn't have a green. We know that. Just saw the discard all.
Oh, man. Here comes the reverses.
Reverse back and forth.
I love it.
Grief.
Skip.
All right. We've been skip. Okay.
Skip battle.
It's just going to be...
Keep it on blue.
All right. So they know that...
Crazy draws.
Nice play. Oh! Forced to pick a card. They know Destiny does not have a red.
Another nice draw.
Forced to play it. Okay.
There's finally going to blue. Destiny back to Uno. This is dangerous. This is dangerous because of the 9s. Destiny's going to take it. 9, 9, 9. Talk about St. Patrick's Day luck. Pot of gold at the end. Destiny takes the victory with 3 wins. Unfortunately, my man Kevin, I loved your group play action. You just didn't quite make it all the way to the finish line. It was close, though, with 1 on the board. Not enough to make it to the finals. Destiny moving on to the finals with 3 victories, and Kobe will be joining her. So we've got our 4 finalists, pal, after a rousing battle in our semifinals B.
I mean, I have to give it up to everyone who played, but I loved the style that Destiny brought, along with her magic boot, may I ask. That boot gave her, I feel like, a little luck, a little Irish luck for the plays, but I love that everyone came in, ready and hungry to play. But sometimes, when you're dealt with all these stacked cards, there's nothing you can do. I mean, we saw Jess get punished time and time again, as you can see here in our replays. I mean, it's not the funnest situation to be in, but sometimes it's how you get out of those situations. And I love that, in situations where Kobe, also got a chance to show off some of his skill, it was Destiny who came out on top for this round.
Yeah, it's a great shout too, because I think the fun part about the discard all being in our kind of competitive format and our rule set is that it allows anybody to have a chance to get back in. Not always, but a chance. When you draw that +16, you're drawing discard all, so there's a chance you get right back into the mix. Not always the case, but sometimes is. And you're right. Go complete your Shamrock quest. It's St. Patrick's Day. Go get your lucky boot. It worked for Destiny. She's at least walking away with $500 because she did it. So there you go. Go boost your luck. Go complete your Shamrock quest. Get your magic boot medal.
Yeah, I
Maybe
love
it's not magic, but...
I'd love to mention that, when you do discard all, the comeback potential is so high sometimes. And I do love that in this tournament, we've seen it used so many different ways. Some people are very passive, but I feel like now you cannot be passive. You have to show up. And as you saw, we got 381 points for Destiny, and 281 for Kobe. And, Kevin got 134. So Jess didn't get any points, but that's okay. We got our, contestants moving on here to our grand finals. And I'm excited to see who's going to take it. I mean, this is crazy. We got so much storylines here. I don't know which one's my favorite. yet, but I kind of feel like the ladies are coming in hot, you know?
I like it. Maybe we'll do some predictions in a second before the games get started. But, pal, that was semifinals A. That was semifinals B. And we've had a blast watching all the action. We've got a couple more things we got to talk about. Of course, you can go complete your Shamrock quest, but you got to download Uno Mobile first in order to be able to complete your Shamrock quest, right? So go download it for free. You can check out the description below for the link for that if you're watching the VOD format. But if you're watching us live, thanks for being here. You can type in download or type in CTA. The mods got you. It's pinned at the top of all of our live streams. There's a ton of ways to find that link, but go download it for free right now on iOS or Android Google Play stores. It's a lot of fun, trust me, and we're having a blast in the booth commentating all the action, and you can get involved as well, especially if you join that Discord. They've got some competitions going on where you can earn some prizes, but also you get a chance to get involved with the Community Cup. You play the qualifiers for the Community Cup that we've been talking about in-app, so you got to download the app in order to do that. But all of our players are technically done. We're into the grand finals, and they're walking away with some money and some prizes. You all at home get to walk away with some prizes because you're watching the show. So we've got another gift code for you. I know you've been asking for it. Top 2 annual final, because, well, the top 2 are moving on to that annual final in November. Top 2 annual final. All you have to do is click that little cogwheel, that settings tab in the Uno mobile app. Head down to gift code, click the redeem button, and type in top 2 annual final. All right. If you talk about it, if you type it in correctly, you're going to be walking away with some pretty good prizes, might I add, by the way. 1,000 coins, 15 diamonds. We got some shields. Also, a golden scratch ticket. So go get involved, see what you get. Hopefully, you're lucky on St. Patrick's Day. I know some of our players certainly have been to get to the grand finals today.
Yes, get your loot. Today is St. Patrick's Day, so get something, you know, that's going to help you move along and learn and continue to grow here with our, you know, Uno Mobile. And what else do we got in store?
Pat, here's the thing. If you don't know it's St. Patrick's Day yet, take a look at my hat, okay? I'm representing today for St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's? What?
Look, you just saw the bug down below. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're in a giving mood. You're feeling lucky. There's another giveaway code coming soon, so don't go anywhere. The finals are upon us in just a second. And then we've got another giveaway. We're going to have maybe a fun interview at the end, hopefully, with our winner as well. So a lot still to be had here in our Uno Mobile Community Cup series. And don't go anywhere. It's time in just a second for the finals of the March. And there's $5,000, pal, on the line in the finals here, which is insane. So let's take a look at how it's broken down. I've mentioned it a couple times that everybody's walking away with something. The question becomes here, pal, how much are you walking away with, right? We've got $3,000 for first, but still $1,000 for second. Everybody's walking away with at least $500. You also got some in-game diamonds, which is exciting.
Yes, I love that, you know, everybody's going home with everything, but everybody's eyeballing that first place. Like, who gets to say, not only did I win this tournament, it's St. Patrick's Day. So much fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're getting diamonds, you're getting cold hard cash, and you got a chance to see what those in-game banners look like. We had some players that actually earned those in the past, where you have your February finalists, your March finalists, or maybe it was debut back in December that you had a chance to be on. So you'll kind of actually be able to represent for your community in-game if you played in the tournament as well. So you'll be able to earn that here in the finals, which is really exciting. Now, pal, the grand finals. It's underway. It's about to get started. What is your prediction of our 4 players? Who do you think is going to take it? If the game hasn't started yet, I'd love to pull the bracket back up so we can all take a look at it in chat. If you want to participate, you got to tell me who you think's going to win. So let's see if we can pull up the bracket real quick. Take a look at those 4 finalists and their pathway to victory here. Oh, we're in game. So as we take a look at the game, just waiting on the board from production. As we take a look at the game, everybody in chat, and then pal, I need you to give me who you think is going to be the ultimate winner of the March finals.
You know, I really love the story of Kurosima coming in, you know, learning a little bit of what happened in December and then bringing some of the skill set here to this tournament. However, High Smile has the coolest story of them all today's tournament. So I'm going to go with High Smile.
Okay, High Smile from Pal. Chat, who do you think's going to win This map off to a pretty early aggressive start. A lot of wilds. As much as I hate to see Destiny drawing 12 cards, in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, I'm going with the lucky boot. I'm going with Destiny. She completed her Shamrock quest before this tournament. I think she wins it all here in the grand finals. Chat, type in who you think is going to walk away with the victory. We would love to hear from you. But focusing in on the map at hand, the first game of the finals.
The finals, it's here. I mean, we're already going through this deck. We have a minute and 43 on the clock, moving to yellow with that discard all from Destiny, showing that she's got that boot, that luck boot in her hand with those cards. What I love to see is that Heismai is gonna see if she challenges and has to unfortunately draw 4.
We'll see.
Draw 2.
Kobe goes to blue and a quick draw 2. That Heismai can start getting rid of some cards, but not a single discard all for Heismai amidst all of those cards. It's tough, and you're getting skipped, but nobody's really kind of knocking on the game-winning door here yet, and I think this could go down to the clock, so something to keep in mind. It's
definitely going down to the clock. We have a minute left over here. Like you mentioned, not a lot of discard alls right here, just proving that we have one. And another one from Kobe. And there you have it for our first win here for our finals. Congratulations, Kobe, showing us how it's done.
Hey, look, unpredictable fun indeed. When you draw a discard all that happens to be the same color as the other cards in your hand and somebody played a discard all before you, it means you win. So we've got chat saying they want Destiny to win. They got chat saying, pal, you were saying that you wanted Heismai to win. Kobe's coming out and saying, why is nobody betting on me? What's going on? I'm going to show you what I'm made of, and wins game 1. But here we go. Game number 2 underway.
Yeah, I mean, he secured that with that discard all. Unfortunately, Heismai did not have any to discard, so kind of put her in a really bad situation. But over here, pulling through with our blues, gonna have to change our color to red.
Early change, but a welcome one.
Yes.
Heismai has to draw. If they don't want to play it, they're gonna go for the +4, and we're gonna most likely see a +8 over onto Destiny. Destiny keeps catching these stacks and can't get away from them.
Okay, Destiny.
Good discard alls, though. That's discard all in every color besides red. Keep that in mind.
Doesn't have a wild to work with, though. Uses that discard all. Kobe pulling in that wild +4. Changes to red. Heismai, unfortunately, has to pick up 4 over here. Oh!
And another +2 on Destiny. Cannot catch a break. Kobe burns the +2. We're going to see +4 up to Coruscant. But they drew a +4 wild, so it's not over yet. We gotta make sure we don't go to blue, though.
Oh! Will it stay green? Nope. We're changing it back to yellow.
Coruscant knows that no one has a yellow, and they were right. Destiny goes for challenge and misses. No, that was a stack, actually, so it'd be 6 to Destiny. Destiny in trouble with that many cards. It's gonna need this game to go to time in order to get rid of all of them, pal.
Uno.
Oh, puts Coruscant in an Uno position. Oh, Kobe
Destiny
here.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. I was going to say Destiny flawlessly kept it yellow because they knew nobody else had a yellow, but the 2 being played is now in blue.
Uno.
In trouble.
There you go. Kobe left here with that 1.
Destiny is a 5-head player. Had a discard all blue, but didn't want to play it. Wanted to make Coruscant draw cards. Very strong play from Destiny. But it's not over yet.
Oh, here we go. Our discards all coming through. There's 47 seconds on the clock.
If it stays discard all, no, it will go to 7. Everybody's having to draw, and everybody's moving quickly.
Ooh.
Destiny has only as a discard all in red and blue, so if there's an opportunity, it will go down quick, but they've got to change the color. Nobody has a green, and everyone's drawing cards. Heismai doesn't want to change the color. Could have changed the color there with the blue. Elects not to.
Now they have that option. Okay, that discard all coming through from Destiny.
It should not be
13 seconds on the clock.
It's going to come down to Kobe. If Kobe doesn't play the reverse, Destiny wins this. If Kobe plays the reverse, they do. It's not over. This could be a Heismai victory. No, there it goes all the way to red. Destiny! They could have hung out. They could have filibustered, but they wanted to get through their cards as quickly as possible. That was Coruscant had no reason to filibuster there, but if they do, we don't see the win from Destiny.
Wow.
But because they played so quickly and it stayed on that red, Destiny was able to play all of their cards out in the final seconds. And that's the benefit of the discard all. What a finish. Shout out to Destiny. Looks like my pick is looking pretty good.
I think so. And also, she played against the clock. Like, way to go and just be aggressive and just keep with that momentum.
Reverse.
I believe we've got a poll that is active. I don't know how long it'll stay active, but if you want to vote for who you think's going to win, go ahead and use that poll in the chat and maybe type out your answer too. I want to see who you've got.
Wow.
One win on the side of Destiny and one win on the side of Kobe.
A lot of people
Destiny
in favor of Kobe right now.
I don't mind it. I mean,
46%. But
look at Kobe. Look at Kobe right now.
Blue.
Has that wild.
That's right. Coruscant and Kobe both down to a wilded +1 card.
Red.
Ooh, it's going to be forced to play that wild, changing it to yellow. Now everyone knows Coruscant has that yellow.
It's +8 on Kobe as well, but nobody else has green that can play it, so Kobe draws a ton and doesn't get a single discard all. Kobe most likely out of it for now. See what happens with the red.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
It's a strong play because we were a little bit in trouble there if it wasn't changed. Now Kobe can keep it red and nice top deck draw from Coruscant, but this is still anyone's game technically. We'll see what happens.
All right. Ismai with the 2 cards here.
Smartly, Destiny hangs on to that +4 druid, but wants to keep it towards the end.
Uno.
And there
Changes
you
it.
go. That discard all leaving her with that yellow skip.
As long as it doesn't go yellow here, we should be okay. It's going to be probably hanging on to our +2s across the board to try to put a stack. Burns the +4, has got to get rid of it.
Draw 4.
But goes
skipping?
yellow.
We'll be skipping?
Uno.
Uno. Okay.
Skips across the board. If it stays yellow here, High Smite with the victory.
Ismai, let's go.
It's hard to change colors, pal, when things are moving so quickly, but they had to assume that Ice Smite had another yellow. They just couldn't shift it off. And when that timer, gets below 60 seconds, it's super interesting because those medals pop up on the screen of who's in first and who's in second based on cards. And you only have 5 seconds to play a card, and all logic goes out the window, and everybody just starts throwing down cards as fast as possible. And right at that moment, High Smite was able to sneak in and grab that victory.
Yeah, I love that it was impulsive, but it was also like, I need to get rid of these cards. I need to secure this win. So congratulations to High Smite.
Well, that's 3 different winners.
Nice.
Currently, the only player without a win is Coruscant. So if you voted for Coruscant, I might not be feeling great, but you'd see 4 games, 4 different winners, depending on how it goes.
We're back to our beautiful cat deck over here. High Smite changing it to green. Kobe forced to draw a card here, and love to see Destiny pull that discard all.
See yellow, not a bad play. Now quickly to red. High Smite, another good position. No wilds to write home about. Now
Destiny.
Destiny's in a fantastic spot.
Oh, the stack though by High Smite.
It's a great play. It's going to force the +4 out of Destiny a little bit
Ooh, and
early.
a +8 here.
Look at this. It's going to go to +16 to High Smite, and they can't do anything about it.
Man.
Destiny should take this without any issues.
Draw a card.
Wow, you hate to see it. That's unfortunate.
Yep, there it is. Destiny takes it. The lucky boot. Shamrock Quest. Destiny's up to 2 wins and unmatched point. Honestly,
it's the boot. It's the boot.
it might be. It's St. Patrick's Day. Why doesn't that give you the win, to be honest with you? Why would you ever bet against the lucky boot? Look, I already called it out before. Destiny's in the lead, but if you haven't voted in our poll in the YouTube chat, you gotta go check it out. Head over to the YouTube live stream, vote in that poll, and type in who you think's gonna win, because it's coming down to the wire. Destiny's unmatched point. Got 2 other players with a victory, though, so it's still anyone's ball game. As a reminder, second place does win some extra cash. $1,000 going to second place with some extra diamonds as well. Everybody's walking away with a little bit, but it's that first place, pal.
Yeah, but look at
$3,000.
Destiny's
I know.
hand right over here. I mean, she must be feeling really, really good about this. I know it's your playstyle to hold on to these wild cards towards the end, and I think that's how she's going to go about it. If she does, she wins the game, and you know.
Sorry,
we'll see.
Kobe. Yeah,
We
sorry,
will see.
Kobe. That's a +10 to Kobe.
Yeah.
And Destiny's in a good spot, and nobody else can force any cards out of her. That's the key.
That's
You gotta
right.
look at the player before her and see if they can force cards by adding a +2 or a +4. Destiny holds on to the wild. We're playing my playstyle. I like it.
Wait.
Are you gonna do it again? High Smize on yellow has got to burn it now. High Smize an opportunity to sneak for another victory if you aren't careful.
Blue.
Oh, they move it to blue here.
Draw cards.
Yeah, that's a stack too. So that's +8 to High Smize, and it's anyone's ball game, and nobody really has an advantage,
All right.
especially when
Kobe
you're
back
doing
in
that.
it there.
That's how you
Alright,
burn the wilds. That's the
Gotcha.
key. Is you got to burn people's wilds. They can't hold on to it to the last card. No wilds to be shown. No yellows to be shown either.
Yep, we're changing it back to red over here. No wilds, but we have some discards all and some reverses here.
Uno.
Kind
One
of-
discard all right here by Destiny, leaving her with Uno.
Kobe's gonna follow it up.
Oh
and
my goodness.
we know they don't have greens now, so if you're High Smi and Kurosima, you'd like to keep it green, but you're out as well.
Ooh, High Smi pulling that card.
Can't get
Will
rid of
it-
them.
Oh, there you go. Changing it to red. Ooh, and that skip. Forcing High Smi to draw a card. And there you have it, Corsima with Uno.
Reminder,
There you go. We have 56 seconds.
if Destiny wins this, it's over. Kurosima without a win. Completely winless currently and should be able to get it. Nope.
Oh.
Reverse.
Oh.
Back to reverse at yellow
Oh,
too.
another
Kurosima
reverse.
can't win this yet, but is
Uno.
close. +2 comes to Kobe. Kurosima in the
Oh,
lead
the
now.
clock is clicking.
Oh, he's going to not play the +2. Instead goes to Uno. This is crucial. Keep an eye on this clock and keep an eye on the cards they have left. As a reminder, the action cards are worth a lot more. Not just the lowest amount of cards.
Nobody has
it's the
a
lowest
green
amount of
here.
points.
So everyone's drawing. Pull in the reverses.
Destiny's got to get rid of her action cards if she's going to have any chance to win this. It does go yellow. An opportunity to do so. I don't know if it'll make it around twice.
Uno.
Kurosima's going to burn the clock.
Ooh.
Destiny
7
plays
seconds.
immediately. And it's the discard all.
Uno.
Destiny's not in first, though. They're tied. Kurosima
Oh my
gets to it
goodness.
first, and it goes to Kurosima, the first one to play.
Wow.
Down to Uno, Kurosima, and Destiny. Both at -6 with the 6 left, but Kurosima said Uno first. Kurosima had the gold first. Kurosima grabs the victory. Barely.
That was
Just,
the robbery right there. That
oh,
was
just barely.
the robbery in that situation right there, but secured that win nonetheless.
If you are every other player looking at the cards they have left, you just like all of your muscles just clenched up and said, "Uh-oh, we almost just lost, but we're still in this thing." All right, let's breathe again.
Yes,
Destiny-
everybody take a deep breath together.
Destiny's still on match point and has 2 wilds, so we don't want to breathe for too long.
Yeah.
But everyone
Yes.
else has a victory.
Yeah, and Destiny coming in with her wild cards right here, looking really good. Ooh, in a-
Only wilds left too.
Wow.
We should see.
Uno.
This could be GG's.
I think it is. Unfortunately, Kurosima went for my strategy of hold on to your wilds, and because they did that, they didn't draw the +4 out from Destiny. Kurosima, no matter what you do here, it is a win for Destiny because Destiny, with the lucky boot, saves the +4 till the end, and Destiny, Adam, is your winner of the March Finals. $3,000 going to Destiny. The lucky boot wins it all. Unbelievable performance, and I'll tout myself for just a second. I called it from the
Yeah.
onset, but Destiny did all the work. Very well done.
I will say it was definitely that lucky boot, and it was kind of like a reverse caster curse in my situation because you
Sure.
kind of cursed everyone in the beginning, and now you uncurse them. So I have to give it to you. Is it because we're all dressed in green, like head to
I
toe?
think it's
Okay.
the hat.
It's a hat,
I think
maybe.
the hat
And the
helped
boot,
Destiny
and the
get
boot.
the win. The lucky boot from the Shamrock quest that you guys need to go complete right now. plus my hat, and obviously all of Destiny's skill. I honestly, she played a fantastic tournament all the way through, but specifically the finals went very, very well for her from the luck side of things, but also skillfully. There was multiple times Destiny had to draw plus 12, plus 16s, and we'll see that during these replays of the grand finals, but ultimately flawlessly executed with discard alls, holding on to those wilds. And this is the moment I was talking about. A ton of cards, but 3 different categories of cards and colors, but discard alls for all of them, which means she could go out in basically 3 turns. It was a huge deciding factor there.
Yeah, the discard all was definitely something in her favor, but also just the aggressiveness. And, we did have a lot of close games with the clock running, but that does not discourage her from making these plays. And, you have to hand it. When you're under pressure in this situation, knowing that there's so much money on the line, I have to say, I'm very impressed with the plays that Destiny did today.
And it was that moment right there at the final seconds. Kurosima elected to hold on to the +4 that probably gave Destiny the win. Here's a look at the scoreboard and an exciting moment for Kobe fans. Destiny certainly ran away with the victory and $3,000 going to Destiny. But Kobe, shout him out, had the best individual performance out of the other players, all of them netting 1 win. So we go to total score, and Kobe will be walking away with that extra 500 for a total of 1,000 plus the extra diamonds. So as we take a look back at the bracket, I can't believe we're already down at the end of this tournament. It moves so quickly, but let's take a look at all of our players and where they came from and how they got to the grand finals. It was honestly totally different group stages. Like, we had fairly dominating performances, and specifically in Group C and Group D from some of our players, but aside from Kurosima, who did make it to the finals, in Group D, the only person to grab wins, Kevin Almighty, didn't make it out of semifinals, which was really the storyline of the day.
Yeah, I mean, also the comeback stories too, from seeing Heisma, obviously taking that second place and kind of getting themselves positioned to even make it to the grand finals. I still have to give an honorable mention, even though she was my pick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is worth noting, by the way, of course, $500 still going to Kurosima and our friend High Smai. So that's a huge win. You're going to be walking away with $500. You've got that amazing in-game emblem, that banner that you can add to your character to tout how well you did in the March finals. And you've got some diamonds to boot. But what's so exciting, of course, of the top 2 players, not just Destiny's a massive win of $3,000. They're also going to be seen in the grand finals in November, which is super exciting, joining the likes of Laura and Joey from February. So folks at home, I gotta shout out everybody watching this broadcast. It's been a blast. And if you haven't downloaded Uno Mobile, we've been talking about it all day today. It's time. Go download Uno Mobile for free, because not only may I see you in the April or maybe May finals that are going to be coming up in the next couple months, but also get to hang out with the community in the Discord. Go join the Discord right now. !Discord. Pull up all the info you need to know. You just got to click a link. It's pretty simple. If you've never used Discord before, the moderators there are fantastic people, and they'll walk you through the process. You can check out the description down below if you're watching this after the fact as well. You can follow Uno Mobile on all of their socials. Pal, I'm excited, of course. Before we get into all the exciting things that are coming at the very end of the show, let's take a look back at the pricing and the final pricing of where everything lined up. Got a chance to see Destiny at the very top, of course, with $3,000 earned, 10,000 diamonds, and that March first place banner. But also shout out to Kobe making the grand finals in November with $1,000 and 5K diamonds. And of course, pal, I'll let you talk about him. High Smai and Kurosima. Still winning something, which is a good day.
Stories, though. I mean, out of all the stories that we've had thus far, I feel like those 2 have been great. They were almost like our 2 comeback kids, and they decided to come back. I mean, Kurosima played in December, but decided to give it another go. And look at what happened. Was able to secure $500 and 2K in diamonds. So not a bad day for St. Patrick's Day and playing Uno Mobile Esports. So I'm really excited to see if, in fact, he might come again.
No, I totally agree. I mean, look, a shout out to Andy from December, making it in as Kurosima. Super exciting. Walking away with some cash this time around all the way to the grand finals. But, of course, huge shout out to everybody at the top, making it to the grand finals in November and that extra cash. Now, folks at home, I told you there's a giveaway coming soon. Don't worry, we've got it. There's one more for everybody at home. You can go type in one more giveaway. This one's got the golden scratch. It's got the coins. It's got the diamonds. go to your cogwheel, your settings, go down to gift code, type in CU on April Fool. Now the U is just the U. Don't type in YOU. Hit the redeem button and type in C, the letter U, on April Fool, because we will be it's not on April Fool's Day, but the qualifiers start on April Fool's Day if you want to get involved and compete. So something to keep an eye out for, and something really exciting, of course, is that you get to qualify for this in-app. And I need one more audience participation. I'm going to be honest, the YouTube chat in particular, but I'm sure TikTok and Facebook have been fantastic. I need you guys to get this answer right. I believe in you. One more trivia as we get prepared for whatever's next. How many points are action cards worth? Now, you all should know this. You're Uno mobile experts. I've been seeing the tips in the chat. Is it A, 50, B, 20, C, 30, or does it depend on the action card? Well, we know it's not 20, pal.
No. What is it going to be? What is
not
it going to
30.
be? 50.
It's not 30.
Okay.
It doesn't depend on the card. It is 50 points. And that is why it was so crucial in a lot of our tiebreakers that when the time's running out, you got to burn those action cards or they're going to rack up points that you certainly don't want. Pal, I had a blast today, and
I did too.
as we're getting prepared for a very exciting interview, I believe, with our winner, which is a lot of fun. We've had a blast interviewing our last couple of winners. Pal, we had Laura last month. We had Chris in December. Excited to get a chance to talk to Destiny. But Pal, talk me through the broadcast today. I mean, what are the most exciting moments you can think back on our broadcast today? Some of the most exciting moments, the memorable moments from the March finals.
I mean, I loved our Group B that came in. What a set of pace that everyone kind of changed the ballgame. Obviously, our first Group A kind of, came in, made a little pass, a little stage fright. But once, we got going with the tournament, Group B definitely showed so much skill. And also just, in fact, like, we belong to actually be here. And that was one of my highlights. And of course, seeing the comebacks are always nice to see as well.
Well, speaking of comebacks and speaking about spectacular performances, we've got Destiny in the call, ready for her interview. Destiny, first and foremost, congratulations. Just how are we feeling after a victory?
I am so excited and still shaking.
I love it. I mean, $3,000. You got the in-game diamonds. Of course, you've got your in-game banner, but you're also going to get invited to the November Grand Finals, where you've got a chance to, walk away with some extra cash, even more. So, talk me through it. I mean, you gotta talk me through first and foremost how you're feeling, and also, like, are there anybody at home watching you? Like, you want to shout out anybody in the community, your family, your friends, or anybody as you kind of worked your way through this tournament? You played fantastic today.
Thank you. So yeah, I want to shout out my husband and my 3 kids. They see me play Uno every single day. I'm addicted to it, and they were watching it the whole time, rooting me on.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
That's amazing. I always say the family that games together stays together. So
Yes.
congratulations in that victory. I'm really curious. You had those 2 wilds in your hand at that last play. What was going through your mind knowing that you just secured yourself a first place win and an opportunity in November to come back and show your skills?
I just could not believe it. I was sitting there shaking, and I'm like, am I really seeing this? Is this real?
Yeah, it was really cool. Talk me a little bit through, like, just in the tournament in general, like, some of your strategy today, because obviously you did a really good job of holding on to some of those wilds at the end, and I could tell that was part of your strategy. But did you have, like, a specific set strategy that works for you most of the time when you're playing?
So when I play in general, I try to remember, like, when my opponents get rid of certain colors. So I'm sitting there repeating it over so I can remember. That way, if I do have a wild that I can use, so they have to draw more cards. Especially when there was times when I had, like, getting drawn 12 at a time. I was like, there's no way I'm going to come back from this.
But indeed, you did, Destiny, and I loved the plays that you did, and obviously having your family cheer you on. What would be, like, one of the main tips that you would love to give the community that's watching? Because there's some people out there that are, like, very inspired by you right now, and I even want to know, is there, like, one kind of thing besides, remembering what other teammates have in their deck?
Nope, I just go in there to have fun and To be honest,
love
I was
that.
going to pull out of this at the last minute because I was so nervous, and I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm so glad you didn't as well, because I didn't know if you heard it from the broadcast. You probably didn't. You were too busy playing.
Yeah.
I called you out to win this whole thing. We saw your lucky boot. It's St. Patrick's Day. You completed the Shamrock quest, and I was like, there's no way she doesn't take this whole thing. And I was right, but it was because of your skill and obviously a little bit of luck that caused that victory. So as I was taking back a look through the tournament and everything that you did to get here at the very end, you talked about how you play Uno Mobile, like basically every day. Talk to me about that. Like, how much do you play? Like, is it a daily thing that you have like a habit of? Are there certain times that you play during the day? What's your kind of routine with Uno?
Okay, so I play it usually when my kids go to bed. And the funny thing is, I had never played Uno until a year ago when my kids were like, oh, let's play this. I'm like, I've never played it. I don't know how to play it. Then I started being really good at it against friends and stuff. So I went searching for an app on my mobile phone, and I was like, no way, we're playing against real people. And from there, I've just been addicted ever since.
That is so cool to hear. I love the fact that you didn't play Uno before last year, because that is not a lot of people's story. Like, Uno Mobile's been out since 2008, but like the Uno, the card game, has been out for a very long time. And the fact that you're able to pick it up quickly, learn the game quickly, and then love competing on mobile whenever your kids go to bed, you can play it anywhere. Like, really, really cool story. Well, only a couple more questions. I know you want to go celebrate, but have you been involved in the Uno Mobile community at all? I know you said you've been playing a lot, kind of behind the scenes. You're playing every single day. Like, have you had a chance to talk with any of the Uno Mobile community, or is this kind of your first time being like kind of shown off to the community?
This is my first time.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Well, we've got a thriving community on Discord that everybody at home, a lot of you all at home, have had a chance to check out. And of course, we got to welcome Destiny with open arms to that community, because she's the March victor, by the way. So a huge rallying point behind Destiny. Well, Destiny, I'll give you a kind of one more chance here. Any final words for, anybody at home, anybody on the broadcast, maybe people watching, anything you'd like to share before we let you go?
I just want to say thank you to the Uno company in general for allowing me to do this. I just still cannot believe it. I have no words.
Well, believe it, Destiny, because you are our grand champion today, and I'm so excited to see what you're going to bring to the table in November.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us in the booth, Destiny. Hey, go celebrate. Have a blast. I know you're speechless. Don't worry. I would be in the same spot if I were you. Go have a good rest of the night with your family and friends and celebrate, because you're $3,000 richer, but also a lot of other rewards. And of course, that experience later in the year. So thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Yeah, and happy St. Patrick's Day too, right?
So true. Talk about the lucky draw, but also a fantastic St. Patrick's Day. If you didn't have a reason to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, now you do. It's now your favorite holiday, right, pal?
I mean, I feel like the cutest thing right now is hearing her say that her husband and her kids were rooting for her. So I'm sure they're going to have a lot to celebrate, and it's just going to feel really, really good celebrating today on St. Patrick's Day.
No, absolutely. Well, shout out to Destiny. Shout out to the entire community. Go rally behind Destiny as she becomes a part of the community as a victor. Pal, I believe that's all we've got together at the very least. Any final words from you? I had a blast with you in the booth today. We saw crazy action, but ultimately it was just a lot of fun as well.
Well, I just want to say I'm so grateful to be back. Thank you for having me again. I just love Uno so much. The unpredictability, the wild fun, how things can just be shaken up in a course of seconds. It's just so great to see a community come together, and everyone in the chat has been amazing. So I'm glad you got your loot for today, and happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. And thank you for having me again. And of course, it's always a blast with you.
Pal, you are very, very kind. We really enjoyed having you. I'll see you hopefully in the future, but until then, I'll bid you farewell. Thanks again. Well, folks at home, I love Uno Mobile, and to be honest, I love St. Patrick's Day, as you can tell by my hat. And let's be very clear, if you haven't yet, I gotta tell you one more time, you've gotta go download Uno Mobile, get involved. The Community Cup for April is right around the corner. I said see you on April Fools. It's because the qualifiers are gonna be starting right around that time, the beginning of April. You won't want to miss it, okay? So go download Uno Mobile for free. You can participate in the Community Cup qualifiers in app. And of course, if you want to learn more about what's going on in the Uno Mobile world and the community, you can follow Uno Mobile on all of their major socials across the board. Go check them out on the Twitter, the YouTube, the TikTok. We were live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok today for our live stream, so thank you for tuning in live. And of course, we talked about the Discord a couple times. It's because it's a thriving community that you can get involved in, and they also have Discord competitions that happen all the time. There might be some more coming down the line, by the way, in order to gain some more prizes, coins, or otherwise, or just to make some really good friends. Now, folks, there's a couple more things we got to talk about before I bid you farewell. If you didn't know, the Shamrock Quest is coming in down the line. You guys know it's St. Patrick's Day. You can go get your lucky boot just like Destiny. You can go boost your luck right now. But there's also some other things. We've got some amazing collections, right? The card collections, the Wild Ears collection. We had a chance to hear from good friend Alex at the very beginning of this during our Wild Talk series. That Wild Ears collection's pretty dang cool. And there's a ton of other decks you can check out. So go check out the store. Speaking of that store, there's something really special. If you had a chance to tune in during our All-Stars event last summer, you had a chance to see Lily Pichu take it all in that solid gold card. Well, she also had the opportunity to not only have a voice pack in-game where you can hear Lily Pichu call your Uno or otherwise, she also created her brand new and widely acclaimed, might I add, incredibly cute Lily Pichu emoji pack that she designed personally, as well as that avatar frame. So go check out the Lily Pichu pack in the store. It's very, very cute and very cool to see a good friend of mine from our All-Stars event have her own voice pack. So you get to hear her voice in game. Folks, I have had a blast with you in the booth. We have had so much fun. And look, we've got a lot more coming. If you haven't heard me say it before, I'm going to say it one more time. April is right around the corner, and our next live stream event will be the April finals on April 21st. You don't want to miss it, okay? April 21st is coming right around the corner. The qualifiers will be at the beginning of April. So if you want to get involved in these finals, you want to showcase yourself on the main stage, you want to hear me cast over your gameplay, go get involved in Uno Mobile Community Cup in-app. And our finals will be live here, wherever you're watching this live stream or watching this VOD on April 21st, okay? And look, as much as I love commentating and hearing myself talk, I've talked enough for the day. Folks, we're going to be sending it off. That's all we've got here on our live stream. And again, I've had so much fun. The community is amazing. Live stream viewers across the board, you've been nonstop having a lot of fun in chat is what I'll say. A lot of you were able to vote on who you thought was going to win. And those that voted with me, I appreciate you, okay? But that's all we've got today on our March show. We've had a blast on St. Patrick's Day, but April's right around the corner. And if you're wondering what's happening the rest of the year, as I send us off, we're going to take one more look at what's happening for the rest of the year and that grand finals in November. So thanks for tuning in. Take a look at this video, and we'll see you in the next show. Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun.
Three.